Mm. Our cover screen has a typo.
Oh, it does. Oops.
See how it says Apple, Oracle, and NVA. I assume you
Oh,
meant NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. Yeah. Yep. All right. We'll go live. I'll try to fix it later. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I am doing great on this second day of fall. It's rainy again today. It seems like fall has struck, at least in my area, and it's just decided now we're going to rain. Just rain.
Oh,
Just gray, rainy. All right. I guess, I'm inside trading, so it doesn't really matter that much.
here we're actually we're missing rain. It hasn't rained in a long time, and I saw an
Mm.
article where some of the water reserves in New York City are not low, like dangerously low, but they're definitely drying up a little bit. Some of the rivers, so you can see that there's
Mm.
a shortage of rain. And it kind of
It,
hasn't rained here in like I want to say 14 days, maybe.
oh, yeah. It's been a pretty dry summer overall, but it's definitely raining now. So,
Yeah, yeah,
anyways, but
yep.
what's in the markets? It's always sunny.
Especially now. I mean, we'll quickly look at the spy. It is sunny as the Sunshine State in Florida, which, by the way, gets
Yeah.
tons of rain during this time of the year. It's unbelievable how much it rains down there. But yeah, everything's up, up, up. Well, not everything. Tech, engineering, the markets today. Jared spoke a lot about this and just kind of how the overall tech market is moving everything higher. And we definitely saw that yesterday. We're seeing some of those reactions today. So we'll get into all of that. Our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com, as you can see here. A lot of stuff in the green. We'll get into all of the stuff that's going on here. I see CWD, which is a ticker that had some action not so long ago back in play here, up 8%. So we'll look at that and some other ones as well. A lot of the names that rally yesterday, I don't see them on the list, but we'll be watching them. The Apple. See, my title was right yesterday, Peter. My title of Apple rockets, I was predicting the future. It did rocket yesterday. So, so if you look at my titles, just think this could happen in the future and use it as one of your
Ah,
trading indicators. So,
yeah.
but yeah, it did pretty well yesterday. I mean, it was just awesome. Look at this pop here, just incredible. And we'll see what it does today. All right, let's take a look at Peter, what's happening or schedule for today's U.S. economic calendar.
Yeah, today could actually be interesting. Unlike yesterday, that we had practically nothing going on. Today, a lot of speakers, but there's two that we care about. Two speakers that are interest us, and they're down at the bottom of my list. U.S. President Trump speaks to the UN General Assembly. So that could be interesting. There's been some interesting international commentary against it, but we'll see what happens. I don't know how the U.S. market's going to react. I mean, well, I'm not quite sure exactly what the topic of his conversation to the UN General Assembly is, or if he's going to follow the script. But be aware, right? That could affect our morning trading if there's something related to the U.S. economy that could affect stocks. So just be aware of it. And then, of course, Powell speaking at 12:35 can always have an impact when Powell speaks. We just had the rate announcement, so it's unlikely he's going to stray off of the speaking notes. There is, of course, interest in what the next rate change might be, but that's still a little while away, so a little ways away. So I don't know that it's as impactful as Powell's speech, just before we're expecting a rate announcement. But be aware of those two times. Other than that, we do have at 9:45 the flash, which means it's sort of just it's a forecast number. The S&P flash services and manufacturing PMI numbers are expected to come out. Probably not going to impact the market a lot, but we'll see when it happens. So be aware, we got a few things happening after the open. And other than that, other than that, we'll yeah, we get to watch the stocks that are in play, and you know, it's a lot of the same stuff, right, that we watch every day. We'll see what's on the gappers list, uh, and what's moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at what's driving this gappers list tomorrow, and what we can pull off from that list. So tradingterminal.com gap up list, best better not better one, but the top one this morning, bet R. So bet R, better home. I'm not sure what the name. Finance. Yep, there it is. We are up this morning 26%. What a run yesterday, by the way. Look at the daily. This thing shot up all the way to 95 from about 30. I mean, wow, that is nice. Today we're seeing some of that action by it being up 26%, 529,000 shares traded. It's a low flow ticker sitting at 8.4 million shares flow, Peter. So a little bit on the lower side. How did it do yesterday, though? Let's take a look at yesterday's action. Oh, wow. It was not, didn't really, yeah, not tradable. Look at the open. Nothing happens out of nowhere. You get these pops, so no time to react, and then it kind of dwindles down from there. So, Peter, what's the news, and will they be a good one for today?
Yeah, I mean, their average daily volume is only 500,000 shares. Obviously, yesterday was a little different when they suddenly got a whole lot of volume, 7.5 million over the course of the day. Um, Look, they got some commentary that that they are the Shopify of mortgages. Um, Eric Jackson made some comments saying that he's very bullish on better home finance. And, you know, I mean, his comments made it bullish. It had been on a rise over the last month and a half. But yesterday, of course, was sort of a big sort of gap and breakout day. I don't think it's tradable, right? This might be like a swinging type stock if you're interested in holding it for longer periods of time. Intraday, yeah, I don't think it's going to give any opportunity for profit today. That would be my assumption.
Yeah, I feel the same, especially with the way it traded in the intraday yesterday. I mean, doesn't look tradable. So we'll keep it to the side. If it starts hitting our scanners, or if you guys see something great, definitely call it out. But for my actual list, this one won't be on there. Next, we have CIFR. So CIFR also had a decent day yesterday. Today, they're gapping up some more, up 9.1 this morning, 1.7 million shares traded. So you've seen that reaction here. Pre-market looks okay. I mean, not bad, not great. Float on this one is a little bit higher, well, a lot higher, 302 million. Peter, what's the news, and will this be on the list today?
This has been on our list, or at least it showed up on the gappers list in the past. I've never really traded it much. This is a crypto mining company, Cipher Mining. Um, I don't know. There's a couple of these that were moving yesterday, up and down, frankly. But I mean, there's another company called Bitfury that made an investment in Cipher Mining. You know, you guys have heard me rant probably way too much about these things, but it's fascinating to me that it feels like look, this feels like the subprime mortgage situation. If you haven't watched, what's the movie called? Uh, why can't I remember the
The
name of
one
it?
with The Big Short?
The Big Short. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it slipped my mind right there. Titanic. Thanks, John. Oh, the Big
Might
Short.
could have been named that too, but
Yeah,
yeah.
similar theme. Anyways, the Big Short, great. If you haven't watched it, it's a great movie. It really sort of helps you understand maybe how things work behind the scenes, and it hasn't changed, right? Despite the you'd think that they've learned their lesson. They have not. Finance has not. Wall Street still works the same way. But anyways, my point is that I feel like all this investment in these treasury strategies for Bitcoin is a little bit like what was happening on the subprime, where things are getting packaged and repackaged. Like the Cipher news is that companies like Bitfury and Bitfarms, which are two other companies, have invested some money in them, which is like more crypto investing in crypto, which creates a crypto investing that they invest in crypto. So, you know, like you start building upon yourself, and you know, I don't know, I'm scratching my head about, again, where does the new money come from? And I think eventually it feels like this is the Ponzi scheme that's going to collapse upon itself. But we could, as I keep saying, we have to be aware there could be a long way to go up before that critical tipping point occurs. right? And it may not be like a massive crash like we saw in the subprime. It could be like a slow leak into irrelevance. I think it's coming one way or the other. I just don't know when, and I don't know how far we have to go until it happens. But it's yeah, it's anyway. So Cipher, is it tradable? Is really the key question for us. It hasn't typically been. I've tried to keep an eye on it in the past, and generally it was not a good trading stock. It gets decent volume. It just doesn't get any predictable movement, by, at least by my strategies.
Yeah, yeah. We'll leave that one alone again. I'm not sure how well it's going to intraday trade today. I do like the pre-market, especially after 7:30 this morning. It looks okay. Volume 1.7. Um, Again, regardless, obviously Peter is talking more about the actual fundamentals themselves. As far as day
Yeah.
trading, maybe, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Again, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Again,
right.
I struggle with these because they don't have the same type of institutional involvement that creates the patterns I like to see. But it doesn't mean they
Mm,
don't move, but do they move in a
yeah,
way that you can, sort of ride the wave, right? And
yeah,
maybe your strategies work with them. So, but yeah, you're
yeah.
right, Carlos. It looks decent from a volume perspective so far this morning.
Yeah, I like the pre-market setup. I'm gonna put it on a secondary and see what can come out of that one. Again, who knows? We'll see where it goes here. As far as the next one, VERI is next on the list. Doesn't look as great. We have 267,000 shares traded. We're up 7% this morning. This is had a great day on. This would have been Friday. So nice day going from $4 to $5, and then trying to continue that rally today. So not sure. I don't like the volume as much on this one, so I might keep it to the side. But if you do like it, definitely watch it. A little bit on the lower side, 46 million is the flow. Again, not low flow, kind of borderline. So could be something here, but I guess we have to wait for the market open to see how well this is going to trade, right? Even on the day they had the big run, actually not bad. Low volume when they did that move, but not bad as far as the actual chart itself. But again, just not a whole lot of volume in making that move.
Yeah, the news the only news I see today is that they have a new agreement with ESPN to license all of their sports audio content from the NCAA Division One championships. So NCAA, the Division One stuff is all great and it gets a lot of viewership, but this is not viewership, it's audio content. Who just listens to things anymore, right? We all want video? It's video or bust,
No,
baby. Anyways,
audio still pretty big, pretty big.
is it?
Yeah,
Only
I
if you're
love audio.
driving. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, I
I
guess.
guess. I
Yeah.
guess there's a lot of streams out there. Like people love their podcasts and stuff. I never it's one it's funny. Maybe I'm just an old fuddy-duddy, I guess. I never got into the whole podcast thing. So, yeah.
It's awesome, man. It
I
really
I
is.
I have no interest. But anyways.
Okay, okay.
All right.
By the way, we're
All
giving
right, but
five
anyways,
audiobooks
that's the
away
news. So maybe
today.
it's bigger news, but that's what it
we'll
is.
be,
That they
we'll be,
licensed all this ESPN
yeah,
content.
we'll be giving out 5 audiobooks today with that. So stick around as we do that as well. So yeah, audio is big, man. Audio is pretty big, I think. And you know what it is too, Peter? That their audio fans and podcast fans are very loyal. Like if they're willing to listen to you for 15 minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes, some will go for an hour. Like if you really have a good show, they tune in on a regular basis, right? So, yeah, it's pretty big.
Right.
As far as this stock, though, I don't think this is pretty big. I don't think it's one that'll be on my list. So I'll leave this one alone for now. Seems kind of late in the game
I,
to be
I
doing
think
this. So
maybe the problem is I haven't found the right ones. Like it's funny, I was talking to someone just you made me think of just last week. Someone said, "Oh, I was talking to these people, and I know you like, you're into the markets and everything. There's this great podcast that people were talking about. It talks about how companies are acquired and divided up, and it's all about acquisition and divestitures. And it's supposed to be a fascinating podcast. And I was at this business conference, and everybody was talking about it. And I went and looked this thing up, and like the Google podcast, 7.5 hours. I'm like, what? I am not listening to 7.5 hours of this thing. Like that is the shortest one on there was like 4 hours. And I'm like, I ain't nobody got time for that. Anyways,
You can pause, Peter. You can pause, and you can resume later.
uh, uh, but
uh,
anyway.
all right. So all right. What else, friends? Next one on here. CLSK. Speaking of some of the coins here, CLSK leading the way this morning, up 6.6. And then we got a few other ones on here as well. You have CLSK. I have Oh, I thought I saw some more. I thought I saw Riot, but it's not Riot. Some other things on here. Okay, so it's only one. CLSK. Oh no,
See, but
BTDR. So there's a
remember
few
what
on
I
here
was
this
just
morning.
talking
Yeah.
about this industry feeding itself? So Coinbase, the news is that Coinbase has provided $100 million in Bitcoin-backed financing to CleanSpark. So isn't, anyways,
Oh, okay.
eating its own tail.
Yeah, all right. So that news is related just to CleanSpark, and that's why they're the only ones really on here. I don't doesn't not really gonna affect Coin. Coin is much bigger than that. But okay. So CSK in play this morning, given that news. Could be interesting. Normally, out of all the tickers, this is probably my least favorite when it comes to this coin thing. So I'll have it on the secondary. Their day looks great here. Has been moving pretty well. Let's see if this news is going to drive them any higher. So we'll put it on the secondary list for now. CWD, we saw this, was it last week or week before? I can't recall. Actually, it might be 3 weeks now. But this thing rallied pretty nice when parabolic here, then kind of dwindled down from there, and every gap up has pretty much sold off as you look at this daily, right? So there's there's not one green candle in here after this crazy day we had, right? So just trying to make sure. Yep, not one. So maybe today's the day. Already we're up and right back down, heading towards the previous day close. So this could be very short-lived, Peter.
Yeah, CWD, similar news here that it's actually revolving around Coinbase again. In this case, they've selected Coinbase as their institutional platform for trading and custody of their digital asset strategy. So I like how they call themselves, this is a anyways, they call themselves a diversified real estate and digital asset management platform. Anyways, they are. They are once again another one of these crypto companies, and they're investing in Chainlink tokens.
Okay. Again, I don't know how tradable this is going to be today. We had our fun with this one. I'm not sure if that's going to continue. So we'll leave it alone for now. If you guys like it, definitely put it on your list. All right, we're going to hop around a little bit here because there's some that are not going to meet the style that we're looking for, or at least our criterias for to make it the list. But I want to jump to Quantum, right? Quantum yesterday had a very, very nice day. If you look at QUBT and some other ones that
Very,
are on this list,
yeah.
QMCO, I believe this is one. Is QMCO one of them as well? I want to say yes, but I'm not sure actually on QMCO.
Yeah, yes, it is.
It is? Okay, this is one of the ones that we
Yeah,
didn't pay a lot of attention
that's
early
actually,
on because it
yeah.
didn't move as much as the other ones did. But if you look at QUBT, if you look at Rigetti, they had a they had a great day yesterday. So
It,
definitely going to be on
it,
the list today. What's your thoughts, Peter?
it's a fascinating to me that there's very little differentiation in naming here, other than like QBTS is actually called D-Wave, right? But this QMCO is actually Quantum Corporation. QNTM is Quantum Biopharma. QUBT is Quantum Computing. So, they're just like they're not doing a good job of differentiating themselves from a naming perspective. But in any event, but you're right. Yesterday was great movement on the quantum stocks. I mean, top of it was Rigetti, RGTI, QUBT, and QBTS. They all moved really nicely yesterday and gave some great trading opportunities if you were watching them. Not easy per se, but some good movement. So I so far this morning the volumes it seems to still be in them. Again, this is a segment that's got attention. AI is booming. Quantum computing is expected to be the next great panacea of computing technology. I you never know. Like these things have waved right in and out of our sort of trading awareness for a year now, and it feels like it's sort of back in vogue in the short term. If we just get trading volatility, I'm all for it, but it's tough to tell day to day. So, Carlos, without any specific news, who knows? Maybe Trump will talk about quantum at the UN General Assembly, and it'll cause things to pop. I have no idea. You never know what he's going to say.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see if this comes up on there. So I'm just updating my list, friends. So out of these, I do like Rigetti. I think that's going to be on my list. And I like the volume there, 1.4. I like QBTS, 1 million shares traded, also looking nice here in the pre-market. I also like QUBT. So again, a little bit heavy, but I'm good. QUBT, there it is, QUBT. Getting
See,
confused with all the
it's
Q's
easy
and
to mix
B's.
them all up.
And here's a question: where does the B come from, right? Because QBTS has B on it. Their name is D Wave, right? It does have no B
Uh,
in it at all. QUBT, their name is Quantum
uh,
Computing. There's no B there. What's the B for? Maybe any nerds, and again, I say
I
nerds in the
mean,
most positive way based on our conversation yesterday. Any nerds know what that is? I mean, why the B?
I
Just
assumed that the like QBTS makes sense to me because without vowels you can pronounce it qubits, and qubits is sort of a joke colloquial term for a block of computing power, and it's an old biblical reference too, right? The Noah built the ark using qubits to measure it. But anyways, it wasn't there and maybe it's a joke off of Qbert. Do you remember Qbert? Anyways, that was a great game. I used to like playing Qbert.
I remember that
In
one.
any event. So I assume that it's sort of a take on those things, but yeah, other than that, I don't know. Unless,
Yeah,
bits. We got bits and bytes.
bits. That's what it looks like. Everybody's saying qubits and bits. Okay, okay makes
Hmm.
perfect sense. All right. As for the B's, all over
There
the
you go.
place on
There's
these
Qbert.
things. All
Very
right.
always quick on the little memes there.
Yeah.
Little Qbert.
Okay. All right. So I like these three. I'm probably gonna put one down to have more space to watch other things, but I think they're in play today for sure. So I'm gonna be watching out for those quantum plays. All right, skipping around over here on our list, IonQ also has been very active over the last couple of days. Let's take a look at how it's doing this morning. It is up 3.6. Love the volume, guys, at 2.3 million shares traded. It has not been the easiest intraday trading stock lately, although the daily says otherwise, right? Look
No.
how well this thing has been trading. But the intraday, though, the price action has been somewhat difficult, right? So not sure
Yeah.
about this one, but I think it is worth even putting on a secondary. If you like the way it trades, by all means, put it on your primary list. I'm going to go secondary on it today and leave room, of course, for the Apples, the Teslas, and the NVIDIAs, which had just a blockbuster day yesterday, Peter. So IonQ continues here. It's rally.
Yeah, it's like you said, hasn't been that easy to trade, at least by my read either. But it's been in play. It's been very tempting, and as you can see, the price action movement over the last couple of weeks has been very enticing, as this thing has almost doubled in price. So, yeah, I feel like I should like IonQ. I just haven't found the great trade entry opportunity yet. So.
All right. And then heading back to this list, just kind of going over anything else. I want to look at BA, and then I'll give it to you, Peter, see if you have anything that you like on this list. But let's go BA this morning and see what's going on here. BA, as of right now, we're up 2.3, 493,000 shares traded. Daily has not been doing all that hot, right? All red all the way down to, I mean, just once small green, more like a break-even candle. Everything else has been sell, sell, sell. Today they're getting a gap up. Any news behind it here that might be worth looking at today? Whatever happened to that crash, Air India? Did we ever get a final resolution on what happened to that thing?
We never seem to actually hear the final outcome. I don't know if there has been. I haven't heard about it. This is in this case, it's the Trump effect. So what happened is they got a good deal, an $8 billion order from Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan Airways wants to get 22 787 Dreamliners. And that would create a lot of jobs. It's a big order, and it allows them to increase their manufacturing because it just increases their pipeline. And the U.S. President Donald Trump went on to social media, as he does, and says that it was a great deal. So, because of course it would create jobs in the U.S. So, like I think I mentioned, an estimated 35,000 jobs could potentially be created for to help serve this plane pipeline. So, um, yeah. So I think it's more the fact that President Trump tweeted it out or whatever he does. He put it on social media. He doesn't tweet anymore. There's actually nobody tweets, do they, officially? Anyways, rather than the deal itself, but Boeing is seeing a little bit of lift, pun intended, because of this morning.
All right. So, secondary for me, again, we'll have to see when the heavy volume comes in if it's able to make this thing do anything. But on the secondary list, we can always come back to it and put it higher if it does come in play. Peter, as far as the gap up, anything else you like this morning on this list or off?
I mean, the semiconductor sector, I like generally. It was all green except for Nvidia. I noticed Nvidia's red today, but not by much. Well, it's got good volume, 6 million shares.
Yeah.
It's the only one that's red. But anyways, AMD was gave me some fun watching opportunities yesterday. I noticed that SMCI was also moving yesterday. Good move on SMCI, by the way, if anybody was watching that. So yeah, the semiconductor still continues to be in play. So we'll see what happens there. Uh, Amazon and Google, these are both. Yesterday were weird days for some of these tech stocks. Google's probably the forefront of that because they all moved slightly differently. And Google had a couple of instances. I don't know if you can pull up maybe a 5 minute chart on Google, Carlos. Just, if anybody was watching this, we were watching it live here as we were on YouTube actually. And look at that giant down candle. You got around 11:30. And I know Nathan was taking a look at that, and it just like we got this massive volume, and then it just spiked the price down, and then it sort of recovered, and then slowly leaked back off to the very unusual price action. So, and there were real orders, like the price really did drop that far that fast, and then sort of climbed its way back up. So. It was and it took out all orders, like it just cleared the order book and move the price again. You don't normally see that on these types of stocks, but definitely happened yesterday on Google. And again, it wasn't alone. There was a couple of others that had similar spikes, but they weren't all at the same time. They were at like different points during the day. So it was sort of interesting to see that. Nerve-wracking. Unless you were short. If you were short, you would have loved it. You could have taken a massive partial way down low. Obviously, if you're trying to get a reversal, it made things you had to pay very close attention. But in any event, so yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on Google just to see if it does anything fun today, like the little kid from The Incredibles. What are you waiting for? I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
All right, friends. So I normally don't like
And,
Amazon and Google. I mean, they don't day trade well for the most part, but who knows?
maybe that leads to something else that we could talk that I wanted to bring up because I ran across this great chart today because I had a question yesterday about why we always seem to go back to the same stocks. Why do you do that? You go through this gappers list and look at things and then end up trading a lot of the same stuff. And they're absolutely right. That I do personally because my trading style lends it to the stocks that have a unique combination of institutional volume combined with the automated trading that exists everywhere and the retail trading. And there's a good set of stocks that have that, right? The Nvidias, AMD, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, right? We know they get volume every single day, whether they're in play or not, whether they have news or not. They're always sort of active, and you can get trading opportunity. And Carlos, I don't know if you've got my screen out there that we can put up, but this chart was interesting and it's stuff that we already know, but sometimes it's good to be reminded. The S&P 500 is sort of the top 500 stocks, of course, that make up that average. But if you look at the top 10, look at the growth of the top 10 over the last number of years compared to the other 490, right? And that's why we focus on some of these top 10 so regularly because the volatility. It's not about growth per se, at least not for me. I don't care if it goes up or it goes down as long as it moves. But the volatility is so much higher in those top stocks compared to all the others that they warrant attention. So just around that's my reason, anyways, why I tend to pay attention to the same things all the time. So
Yeah, agreed, agreed. And sometimes we find a few things that are on here, like today, for example, quantum. Right, quantum is the one that's in play.
yeah.
You see them kind of take over our gappers list. There's a ton of them there this morning, and in most cases, there'll be one or two that will pop up there. But again, it has a lot to do with the way you trade, as you mentioned, Peter. Like our style with these tickers are really really nice. It fits in perfectly. So, all right, let's see what's gapping down, my friends. We're leading the way this morning. SRRK. So SRK, oh, nice drop, 12.5 this morning. Scholar Rock Holding, 1.7 million shares traded. Looks like it was halted earlier, actually in the pre-market here, maybe for news or something. It has then resumed. Usually these guys don't trade well. It's not a low flow, sitting at 80 million shares float. We'll have to see at the market open, but look at this daily. It's just it doesn't look great. So I'm not sure on this one, Peter. Never seen this trade before, so I don't know what the trading DNA per se is. What's your thoughts on it, and would it be on your list today?
Ooh. Did you do that on purpose? Trading DNA for a biotech stock?
I had no.
Anyways,
Scholar Rock is a biotech stock. Okay,
it
did
is.
not know that.
It is. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Scholar Rock. They have a drug that for a rare neuromuscular disease that they were seeking approval that the FDA said, "Nuh-uh." They've declined to approve it, citing issues in a third-party manufacturing facility. And this is the drug that this company is counting on to really drive and be able to achieve its revenue targets, so and its profitability. So without approval, that's a problem for them. So I'm surprised that they're only down 12%. This is the type of thing that can often drive stocks down 30 or 40%. But yeah, that's the news.
Interesting. I'm gonna keep it off for now. I'm just not sure how that's gonna trace, but I like the drop here of 12%, and hopefully it can turn out well. But I'm gonna keep it off for now. STSS, another one that we've seen plenty of times on our list, doesn't really trade very well. It's a very low flow stock, sitting at 1 million today. They're down 6.2. Pre-market doesn't look attractive at all. Look how bad this looks as far as the setup. So again, not a fan. 420,000 shares traded, Peter. But again, just don't really like it here on the pre-market or the daily. The daily saw a pop last month, towards the end of the last month, and I'm not seeing anything I like this morning.
Yeah, it's another crypto play. In this case, they're investing in Solana. They basically have a new partnership with DeFi. Bottom line, they're investing in Solana, and now they're tying, their company's prospects to the price of the Solana coin. So, and Solana is down. Well, it was down pretty significantly overnight, dropping from $240 roughly to a low of about 212. So, yeah, it's a 15% drop overnight, which is
Yep.
probably why they're down.
There we go. All right. What else? What else is down today? AGRI making the list here. Didn't we see this a few days ago? Actually, yesterday we saw this AGRI, and it was in play, but unfortunately, it's hard to borrow with Interactive Broker. So we didn't look at it here. So again, I don't think it's really tradable, especially if you can't short this thing. The float on it is very low, under 1 million. So again, more the reason it just does not fit my criteria. I'm not a low float trader, neither is Peter. But if you are, maybe this can be on your deck, but won't be on mine.
Yeah. Um, this is a farm equipment company that's decided that that's too boring, and they're becoming a crypto treasury. This is a new one though. They are buying AVAX, which is the Avalanche blockchain network, which is anyways, they were heavy into Bitcoin mining, and they're investing in this Avalanche eh, blockchain network thing.
Mm,
So, anyways, you guys already know how I feel. Whatever. Moving on
yeah,
for me.
yeah. Yeah, let's move on. Next one on here is going to be one that I'm going to watch today. Oklo. Oklo traded
Yeah,
very
now.
well yesterday. I mean, really heavily in play. Volume was awesome. Ended the day green after a nice drop. We took opportunity short there and it did recover. And today, down 3%, 603,000 shares traded, Peter. But again, this daily has been just beautiful. And the intraday action has been, I won't say great because the spread is pretty intense. You got to be careful with the spread. It can go up to 60 cents. So, be mindful of the number of shares you take on this one, but definitely in play will be on my list today.
Yeah, look, if ever there's a segment that you want to bet, take maybe a flyer on that there might be some movement today. I think that nuclear is a good segment just because again, President Trump is going to be addressing the UN General Assembly. There's a good chance I think that he's going to talk about, energy and power and the US investment in nuclear or where he thinks it's going to go. So there we could see some movement as a result of that. I could be wrong. You never quite know exactly what President Trump is going to talk about. And again, I don't know if it's scripted. If he'll stick to the script, I actually have no idea what the specific topic is, or if it's just. Actually, I'm not even sure why he's there. So, but yeah, it just feels like this is the type of thing that could very well come up at the UN assembly, as he would, maybe want to put a brag in about the development of this. We'll have to see. Again, remember, 9:50 is when that speech is slated to start, assuming it does on time. And again, whether we get any, how quickly we get news about what was discussed, we could see market movement. This segment and Oklo specifically might get some movement as a result. I mean, that's total speculation on my part, but to your point, Carlos, it's been moving the last few days. It might be worth watching anyways. Just be cautious with it.
Yep, agreed. So I'm gonna have it here on the list. Daily looks awesome on this thing, and hopefully the spread can be nice to us today. All right, going back to our gappers list brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. We got some other ones on here like Open. Open is making some news this morning. I saw that on the headlines here on Bloomberg with Nvidia. So right now we are down 3.6, 12 million shares traded. Wow, that's quite the volume there. Looks like what's the latest, Peter? Yesterday kind of sold off type day, even all the way into the close. Look at this after the close actually. Look at this drop. Did recover quickly post market, and right now it's just kind of hanging out right below the previous day close. So, what's your thoughts on it? Tons of volume. Will you have this on your list today?
It's absolutely been in play. We've been watching it for the last little while, haven't we? So I don't know. It's not. I haven't found good trading opportunity on it. The spread has been highly variable on Open. I mean, it's pretty good right now. I noticed it's on SSR on my platform, which surprises me. I didn't. Oh, you know what? It dropped after hour. Well, but that would be
Yeah,
after hours. It dropped into the close. Yeah, anyways, it's on SSR, which means, it's still shortable, but you can only short on an uptick, at least on the Interactive Broker platform or Interactive Broker, if that's who you're using as a broker. Um, yeah, am I going to be watching it? Not that actively, to be honest. I said it hasn't been the type of trader that has given me good opportunity. You said you saw news? I don't see any news on it, Carlos. If you
yeah.
know
They
what the
have
news is.
the Nvidia thing on it. Oh no, that's OpenAI. That's different. That's it.
Yeah,
No, never mind. That's
OpenAI is
OpenAI. Yep. That's what I'm
okay.
seeing here on Bloomberg. Some kind of big $100 million investment. So that's different.
Right.
Um,
Okay, that's
but yeah,
different.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's different.
All right.
Yep, correction, my bad. So, but yeah, so I'm looking at, you're right. SSR does not include after hours market. I'm just Googling this based on Google here. It does say that. So if the stock drops 10%, right, SSR gets triggered, but it should not include the post-hour move. So maybe this is all based
No.
on the drop from the intraday action yesterday. But yeah, on SSR today, and you can see here, still tradable, but not
It,
Got to be on an
It
uptick.
might have triggered right into the close because going into the close that last hour, it dropped from about $9 to $8. So a dollar move would be just over the 10%. So maybe it just triggered right at the end of the day. Anyways, in any event, open is one that I just again I haven't found a good rhythm to it that gives me confidence in the trade.
Yep. Yep. I see Billy and Baidu pulling back a little bit. I know the Chinese tickers have been running pretty well. They have not really been tradable. They have not made our list like the Babas of the world here. PDD has also been somewhat in play here, getting some volume, but really have not been tradable, at least for me. So Billy's dropping a little bit here. Really no activity in the pre-markets. It's pretty flat for the most part. And I also see Baidu as well down 2.4. Again, no real volume. Their day looks great, but as far as volume in the pre-market, I'm just not seeing a lot. So a little bit of a pullback. Not sure if this means sell-off type day today, but you're seeing some pullbacks from the recent run. A lot of these Chinese tickers have had.
Yeah, they've been up and down. They've been sort of on the periphery, I guess, maybe of our news and trading cycles for the last few days. Um, I'm just not convinced. I mean, look at even on the Baidu chart that you've got here. We had that gap, right, a week ago, and then sort of very flat trading, right, during the trading day that didn't give us any opportunity to really make profit, in my opinion. So again, there's just been better things out there. So, why
Yeah.
try and force the square peg into the round hole, right? If you don't have to, might as well trade the stuff that's just a little bit easier, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, that covers our list both up and down this morning. I know people mentioned TSM, so let's just quickly look at TSM. Again, usually not the one I go to when I'm trading any semis, but today they're up 3.8, 572,000 shares traded. They're daily also pushing higher. I mean, just tech overall, guys. As I mentioned earlier, engineering the markets. Jared spoke a lot about this in the pre-market about just tech pulling the entire market up. The spies and the Qs hitting all-time highs yesterday. It's all tech here. Apple and Nvidia, all these companies are rallying pretty nicely. So I'm not sure about TSM. I prefer usually to watch like an Nvidia or AMD, but this is a big pop for them, Peter. And I don't see what is MU doing. These guys up as well. MU is not really taking part of that. AMD, no. Nvidia, they're not up by much. Nvidia's actually down. So what's going on with TSM? Do they have anything specific to them? This seems to be like a very decent move for them.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure why they're going up. The news feels a little tumultuous. The main news I find is that Taiwan and South Africa are seem to be arguing with each other. So South Africa had told the Taiwanese embassy that they had to move outside of the capital and a little while back because anyways, with some eroding relations, and then Taiwan has just announced restrictions of chip exports into South Africa, and South Africa has then said, well, we like China better, and they're aligning with Beijing and looking to buy chips from them. And anyways, it's apparently been a little bit of a battle back and forth between those two countries. I'm not exactly sure how that benefits TSM in the short term or why they're up, but that seems to be the news that is related to this right now. Um, I TSM, like you said, it's a hard to trade stock. It just doesn't move a lot, and I I think there's better prospects.
Yeah, usually when they're moving well, like AMD and Nvidia tend to do their stuff unless they have really heavy specific news. So on the fence on it. You know what? We'll put in a second there just to check what this
It,
means for them. See if anything comes out of it. But again,
it
it'll
could
be.
depend on how you like to trade, right?
Oh, of course,
Like
yeah.
TSM, if you want a smooth like trade that sort of goes all day up or down, like TSM does tend to, if it's like I just want to buy some shares, I'm going to forget about it for a few hours and come back and either it hits my target or stops me out, then TSM could be a great stock for you because it typically has those sort of smooth moves. It's just not very exciting,
Yeah.
but making money
Exactly. Yeah.
is exciting. So I guess, who
Yeah.
needs who needs
All
like
right.
whipsaw price action?
Yep. Yep. Agreed. Peter, anything else you like from the gap down or anything that's down this morning that
Well,
might not be on this list?
Well, you had mentioned Apple. Apple had its big day yesterday. I think today is likely to be an inside day. It's down marginally this morning, 0.4%. After that big move up yesterday, I mean, it was pretty much all day, right? It had one little pullback midday, but really, over the course of the day, it moved from what to 248 to 255. So a good $7 move or so on Apple, which was a good day. I do think, again, inside day, meaning it's the price action is likely to be within yesterday's price candle that was set up. So while we're gapping down a little bit, I think we'll stay, but that still gives enough room to move. I mean, a couple of bucks can be a great move on Apple because you can usually play it fairly tight. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on it just to see what it does, but it's probably not going to be as an exciting or as big of a move as it had yesterday.
Agreed.
That's it.
All right, friends, let's see
And I
what else we
mentioned
got.
Nvidia.
Yeah.
I mentioned Nvidia, sorry, already but it's the only semiconductor that's red. In fact, it's down almost a full percent, which is a fairly big move pre-market on slightly more than average pre-market volume. It's got 6.5 million shares traded. Normally, we'd see about two or three. But yeah, so there's good volume. It's certainly in play. I mean, yesterday it made another move, right, to test those all-time highs on Nvidia. We've pulled back off of that, but I mean we're in that all-time high territory, and that's always interesting on a stock when you're hanging out there, especially for the biggest stock in the market.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. Let's see what else you guys like this morning. PLTR, again, not really, one that's on our list. How come it's not on our list? Oh, it's only up 1.5. All right. It's got the volume here, but it's one that, again, I like the stock, right? So it's one of my favorite tickers to look at. I know it's not on the gappers list yet, but it trades very well. It has some days where, like yesterday, didn't do a whole lot of movement, but man, when this thing gets going, it can trade well. So I like watching this one. I got way too many on my list. I am gonna make this list a little bit smaller in a second here. I'm not gonna watch all these quantum tickers. I'll probably just keep one. But yeah, it's just way too many today. All right, let's see what you guys like this morning. Let's start here in our chat. So our chat, let's see what you guys like today. APLD, I saw this being mentioned earlier as well. What is this? APLD, Applied Digital something. What is this corporation? So APLD, we are up 3.8, 1.7 million shares traded. I had a great day yesterday. Look at that, 20 to about 25 or so. Let's see how that actually traded. Wow, that's pretty nice. With some decent volume. Was not on the radar yesterday, but look at this go, man. This was actually pretty nice here. Peter, what's the latest and greatest, and will it be something on your list today?
Well, I see them mentioned in conjunction with I mean, AI, like we've been talking about, this is sort of they have an AI play, as does every tech company out there. But they're involved in OpenAI to a certain degree, and OpenAI is expected to IPO at some point. And I don't actually, I was just looking to see if I had it on my list. I think it's going to IPO at some point because I thought there was a filing for it. Where is it here? I haven't found it yet, but no. Anyways, but I'm not sure exactly why that's moving Applied Digital. They don't they don't seem to have any specific news that I can see. They got some mention in a couple of podcasts. Hey, look, the podcasts are back. I guess people do watch them.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Anyways, but other than that, yeah, I'm not sure why Applied Digital is moving.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great way to do the lawn, Peter. Do any yard work. Throw on a podcast, right? Because sometimes you get tired of just hearing music all the time. So
God.
throw on a podcast and just go to work, chop some wood for the fire pit. It's just it works.
Well, maybe that's why chopping wood and working on the lawn, two things I strenuously avoid. So
Yeah, it makes the time go quick. All right.
not a lot of wood to chop here in the suburbs, by the way. But anyways.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, friends. What else? Let's take a look here. Looking at our chat this morning, Nvidia we do have on deck. Yes, I saw that Nvidia OpenAI. It's like a pretty big thing for OpenAI, but they're not public yet, so we'll have to wait. I thought they were for some reason. We've been hearing about OpenAI. I just thought they were public, but I guess the IPO is
Uh,
coming up sometime this
I don't
year.
know. I didn't see it on my list, so
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not. Yes, they're expected to IPO at some point, but yeah, is it? OpenAI is a nonprofit. Well, then that
Hmm.
would make it difficult for them to IPO. But
Yeah,
anyways, I don't know.
won't shock me though.
Maybe
Still gonna
maybe the
happen.
rumors are false.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. What else, friends? What else you guys like this morning? Amazon. We did talk about Amazon earlier today, and again, it is quiet at the moment, just not moving a whole lot. Almost 800,000 shares traded. Again, not one of my favorite tickers to look at, but we'll have to see at the market open how the volume hits this thing, right? And that's kind of like we're waiting to see on the Teslas and the other ones how the market is going to react to these. Obviously, Tesla didn't have a big move like Apple and Nvidia did yesterday, but it's one that's been having a nice rally over the last couple of days. So we'll just have to wait and see what the market brings. These guys got 2.1 million shares traded. Same thing with the other big companies like Microsoft. Not really moving a whole lot yesterday. And Google, we spoke about that one as well. Had some crazy action in today, but again, pretty quiet for right now. So I think after the market open, the Amazons, the Googles, how is Meta, by the way? I haven't looked at Meta in some time. I think they'll get the action then. All right, let's see what else. IonQ. We did look at IonQ. I have it on my list. It's on my secondary, so that's good. MU's earnings are coming up when? Today? Is it today after hours? I know they're coming up this
Oh,
week.
oh,
Yeah, they just
I don't know. I didn't
randomly
even
like,
look for earnings. What do we
yeah,
got for
I think it's
earnings?
today. Don't
Could
quote me.
be.
Could be today or tomorrow. After market today. Okay, it is today, Brett. Okay, so it is today. A couple of people are confirming. So
Oh yeah,
MU,
today
yeah,
after the
earnings
close.
today.
Look at that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure how this is going to react. Will be nice to see it at earnings and what they report here. So could be on your list for now, but again, pretty quiet, up only 1%, a little bit of volume going into their earnings play. Might not be big today unless Tech decides and Semis decide to do something. But after earnings, hopefully we can see how they report, and it'll be definitely tradable tomorrow. CRWV, and then we'll look at SoundHound next. CRWV, what are we up to here? 1.7 up this morning, the daily. Intraday action yesterday was awesome, actually. Actually traded very well yesterday. So CoreWeave doing some stuff. Today they're up slightly with some decent volume for how they normally trade. Pre-market looks good as well. I gotta wait so many. Wow. All right. CRWV. Okay. I'm packed with tickers. We're gonna fine tune that pretty good this morning. Wow, it's 9:30. How'd that happen? I just noticed the
It's
time.
well,
It's
nine
9:23.
23. But yeah, we're
My
we're we're getting a little late.
goodness. I completely forgot about the time. We got to stop here, friends. All right, let's go to our community event over the webinars, bearwithtrust.com. You can always see what's happening here for the next week, 2 weeks. Today we'll focus on, wow, it caught me really off guard. Tuesday. Here it is.
All right, so let's do it quickly. A couple events for today. We've got over the course of the day, we've got Phil who's going to talk small accounts and how to trade options on them. That's at 11 a.m. Then we have Brendan who talks about how you can set up your DAS Trader Pro environment. This is really focused on new traders, but if you've got a question about how it works, I mean, I learned stuff about DAS and what you can do with it every day, it feels like. So it's great to get some tips and maybe learn some functionality that you weren't aware of. So those are at 11 and noon in the webinar and then onboarding rooms respectively. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, we've got our signature webinar. John is leading that tonight, talking about his high of day break. We had him here in the pre-market show. He was mentioning how he was going to be working on that and putting together sort of some his thoughts on the approach, because while he's been trading the same strategy for the last number of years, as he said, the way you need to execute that strategy has changed in the market, and he's had to change his approach to adapt. So he's going to talk about some of those adaptations and what has changed and how he trades his high of day break today. So that'll be a good session at 8 p.m. If you're interested in joining, for all of our elite members, go to the webinar room. And if you want to join us, you're not yet a member of any category, then you go to bearbulltraders.com, scroll down to the bottom, and you can see the membership options from the intro, which just gives you 1 week access. There's my 5 minute alarm. So we know we're running out of time. To the Elite Annual. So pick whichever one is best for you, and hopefully we'll see you in the room soon. All right, let's set a couple of quick levels, Carlos. I can let people know what our moderators are watching. We got to get ready for this day. We're less than 5 minutes.
Yep, absolutely. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set levels for on YouTube. We're gonna when you guys are ready, Brian, hop on in. I want to give you a chance to set up with our members in chat. So please come on in, interrupt me so we can get you all there. So whoever's trading live, jump in the session. Well, let's do Oklo. Let's do levels for Oklo as Brian jumps in here. High of the pre-market this morning. It's pretty much the previous day closest. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Towards the bottom here, we do have a level at 135.20, so it's the low of the pre-market, so I'll slam one there. And then once you look at the bigger picture on Oklo 135.17, hold on, let me get you guys the right chart in the bottom. I'm looking at the 5 minute at the top, so over there it is 135.17. Towards the top, give me 1 second, guys. All right, and towards the top here, if we take a look here, previous day close, high from yesterday, so I don't think you really need to add anything else on Oklo, so that looks pretty good. You know what? Let me disconnect from chat because I know Brian. Oh, there's Brian. Okay, good. All right, guys, trade safe. We'll see you later.
Chat with people.
There it is. All right. So that's Oklo. Again, pretty good here. Rigetti, I got 3 quantum stocks here. I'm only going to look probably at a few like Rigetti. So I'm only going to check out this one. Looks great today. Volume is awesome. I have the pre-market 29.38. So I'm going to slam a level there towards the bottom. The low of the pre-market 27.83. And you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. And it's all-time highs, right? So there's nothing else above that. We've been rallying pretty nice on this one. So levels are pretty easy as we put those together. I'm going to skip QBTS and QUBT. I'm going to delete them from my list here, friends, but I am going to be on the lookout for those because I think they can also trade very well. So as I have Rigetti, I'm going to think about the other quantum tickers that can trade very well this morning. There we go. The list looks a lot better once we remove those other 2. Here's NVIDIA, blockbuster day for them yesterday alongside Apple, which will be next year. 181.36 is the low of the pre-market on that one, so we want to mark that there. Also 183 to the penny is the high. If we move to the left over here, you can see towards the bottom, I am going to mark down this level. 180 seems to be the place where you have a lot of activity. Look how many wicks are slamming into that, so you want to have that there as well. And then towards the top, I believe we don't have much because this is your a recent high, right? Yes, it is. Your recent high is over in July and August, right over here. So again, nothing else above that. And yesterday we did get above all-time highs there. So your all-time high is right over here. Unless we had any pre-market session here or a post-market that went higher than that 184 we had from yesterday. So that's NVIDIA, pretty straightforward there as far as levels goes. Apple's coming alive here, so I like that. Apple's back in business as far as day trading goes. 254.62 is the low, and then the high of the pre-market pretty much slamming into yesterday's high. But what I like about Apple is we're nearing all-time highs. So can it get there, right? All-time highs for Apple around 260, unless there's anything here pre-market that I cannot see yet. 260, 11-ish is the area, and then we also have 258.20, which is a level towards the top here on our good buddy Apple. So that's my list, friends. OKO, Rigetti, NVIDIA, and Apple is the main. I got tons of possibles. I'm going to fine-tune those as we move forward. I might even move PLTR up because I know that's one that can trade very well. Peter, about 1 minute and 10 left for the open. Give us a snapshot of what the team is watching in chat.
Will do. Yeah, our team's got a lot of common stocks on here very quickly. Going maybe with the live traders in the chat room. Brian's going to be watching Tesla, Nvidia, and OKLO. Not a surprise. He's been watching OKLO for a while. He's also watching something called HOLO, HOLO, that he was that we haven't talked about. I've got AMD, OKLO, and Rigetti on my list. Phil's going to be watching Nvidia, Oklo, Rigetti, and TSM. Megan's going to be watching Oracle and MSTR. Mike has got Nvidia and Apple. Brendan's watching Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, and SOUN. And Gary, who's very active yesterday, he's watching MSTR again. He can't seem to stay away from that stock. Baba and the market overall. So there you go. There's a snapshot of what some of the chat room moderators are watching. Whatever you pick, it's trade smart. We've got just 3 seconds. Let's go. The open. Here we go. Into the open.
Right, Peter. I'll be
See what
right
we've
back.
got. Will do. And no. What's happening? I wanted to go short on AMD, but it dropped right out of the gate on me, and I don't want to chase it down here in case it pops. But Nvidia looked ripe for sorry, AMD. AMD looked ripe for a short off the open to me, but I just don't know what it's going to do here. Spread is pretty big for AMD. Yeah. Well, see what we get here on AMD. It went close to the previous day close on AMD, and it's popped back up to the VWAP. Oh my goodness, it's skittish. AMD is very skittish here. What is the market? It's going. The fact that it can't drop tells me that maybe I'm wrong on my read of the direction here, but we'll see what we got. Oh, and you guys are looking at my charts. I didn't even realize. Let's put AMD so you guys can see what's going on here. I like it's very yeah, see Nvidia's popping up now. AMD is hanging out here, but not really able to pop in either direction. Mhm. If you can't drop, you might as well pop, right? So there you go. There's AMD. I'm glad I did not jump in, chase that short. So no open trade for me. What else we got? IonQ popping up here this morning. I mean, we're early. We're only 2 minutes in here, but got a little bit of a pop up. What's the market doing? The market got a little bit of a pop. Look at Nvidia. Nvidia is so very choppy. Look at this thing. Look at that. Yikes. I yeah, that's smart. Got a pop higher on AMD. While Nvidia is dropping lower, and look at AMD go higher. AMD is popping up higher. Woof. It's really popping.
All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah,
Meanwhile,
so you
what
traded
is
AMD?
sort of, yeah. I mean, I got in looking for a drop when it didn't happen. I went to get out at break even, and it had some slippage because of how fast things are moving, and
Mm,
so I don't trust on this upward move. I was short biased on AMD going into the open here, but it hasn't quite played the way I wanted to.
gotcha.
So that's all right. We're moving up on a few things now, unlike Nvidia, which is actually just very choppy.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see,
Uh,
PLTR though going up. Qubits and RGTI both had it looks like initial pops, but now they're pulling back a little bit. Meanwhile, AMD is still charging higher here. Clearly, I should have gone long. It's uh it's up to 162 and climbing.
very nice.
What are you looking at, Carlos? Anything? It's 5 minutes in.
Checking. Yeah, I'm checking here. Uh, Kids are off today, so I want to see how they were doing there.
Uh,
And
no
yes,
school today?
No school today and tomorrow. So Jewish, I think it's a Jewish
Oh,
holiday. I'm not sure.
okay. Huh.
LTR. Just putting my watch list in my watch list, and then we'll get going here. All right, let's see. Oklo. Oh, Oklo's selling pressure is nice, friends. I like that. I like the selling pressure on Oklo on the 5 minute especially. Look at that candle there. This could be a good short. Got to remind myself of the spread here can be very jumpy. Oh, too late. It's gone. Didn't give me a chance. Did not give me a chance. Am I in Israel? No, I'm not in Israel. I'm in Teaneck, but I live in a very a Jewish town. So yes, yeah, because I know other towns are not off. Nvidia was nice. Rigetti. Oklo. And Rosh Hashanah is today and tomorrow. Be here. I got so much secondary stuff. I'm just gonna scan through it quickly. BA coming to the BU app again. TSM doing some stuff. PLTR. PLTR. That could be a good 5 minute ORB. I just don't like a lot of the selling pressure we're getting elsewhere, but PLTR seems to be doing its own thing here. If I do get in here, stop has to be 183.60. We have to see some strength though right now.
Oracle dropping. Oracle. I can't believe it's still in the conversation, but
yeah, it had a great day yesterday, man. This thing is
is this
it's in play.
is it now? Is it now an active trader? I mean, I don't know. Maybe stocks can make that shift, right?
Yeah,
They
they
can go
can.
from nowhere. So
Yep.
maybe this is Oracle's moment. They certainly are in the conversation with all the TikTok
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I see Thor in chat. He's trading live with Brian. He's short. Looks like Amazon. So he's short Amazon in chat here at around 225 something.
Oh, yes, yes, he went short. I tried to short AMD, and I looked like I was maybe just a little too early on that.
Mm. I'm looking at Apple here. It's just trying to lose the VWAP. Also, just battling against the previous day close as well, and trying to see
Yeah,
what's in here.
I still think Apple's going to be largely an inside day. It's actually sitting at the top end of yesterday's range, so I suppose
Mm-hmm.
it could break out. I mean, it's already pre-market, or sorry, early on. It did go higher than yesterday, right? Because it never touched 257 yesterday, and today the high is 257.34. So
Yeah.
maybe it still wants to go higher. Maybe I'm wrong. But
Yep.
I'm a little more short biased here on Apple at the moment.
Yeah. I'm short biased too, man. I like this setup here. So we're just getting our pullback. If we look at our VWAP breakdown, this will be the pullback, right? Thinking
Yeah.
short now. And if I get the next candle's confirmation, it could be a nice short to break the previous day close. Stop 256.70. And target will be 255.20 towards those moving averages. So let's see how this candle closes. And if we get a confirmation candle to the downside, hopefully breaking that 256 2019 candle here. Breaking down from here would be a good entry. So here it is. Let's see. Let's see if this confirmation candle is going to do what we want it to. Okay, I like it. Let's go short here. Let's see if we can get stop is 256 70. A little bit tight, but I want this move to happen quickly. If not, I want to get out of it. I don't want to give it a chance to go back up towards the high of the day. So here's our confirmation candle. Should have waited to close, would have been better. I probably got a little too trigger happy on this one. I was too worried about a good entry opposed to the confirmation being set. All right, so I'm ready to bail on if we don't close lower. Yeah, I should have waited for it to close. There's not that much. See, that would have been much better. The close there, that should have been the entry, and then this should drop down here, given high close there. Yes, not
Let's
the
go red.
best,
Let's go
best
red on
entry.
it.
Yeah,
Well,
not the best.
I hope you're
entry,
right.
Yeah, let's see.
Hope you're right, Carlos, because I'm with you on this.
Nice,
And
nice.
because I also like the move. I didn't like how it was sitting just above the VWAP, but I sort of liked how it was hanging out there. Now that
Mm-hmm.
we're just on the red side here, this is great for me. I'm gonna take a partial,
I'm right
so I
behind you with
can
this
show
partial. I want to
Apple.
see.
Where's your? Oh,
Oh,
see,
here
I
we
got
go.
actually.
There it
Oh
is.
no! Wow, look at that.
Nice. Was that you selling
You
all your
got
shares
in.
there? You're selling 10,000 shares, dropping the stock? My goodness. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. This is good.
All right.
So I'm
Yep,
gonna
yep.
take
Let's
another
see.
partial down here.
Easy, Peter. Easy with the partials.
Oh no, they're little tiny partials. But I actually look at where your entry is. What's your actual entry price? I think you and I entered almost the exact same time. That's
Really?
interesting.
Yes, I'm at
I think you.
256.25.
Oh, I beat you. I got 256.32 and a half.
Oh,
So
that's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
so but we're pretty much on the same spot on the same candle. So we both
Okay.
decided
Yep. Yep.
that was the opportunity. Um, like you, I actually had my stop at well, I actually put it 256.67 just 'cause I like the
Okay.
seven
Yeah.
numbers. So,
Yep.
but same area.
Same area.
So,
256.70 was
yeah.
my area. I don't want to
So,
go above that. Yeah.
yeah, all right. Not
Mm-hmm.
bad. Let's see what we can get out of this. Look at
Yeah.
this. Carlos, we're actually
255.
trading the same thing and it's not a disaster.
It's not. Yeah, because last time we did that was MP, and we just man
That was
we screw the
that didn't
pooch.
go so
Is
well,
that the
yeah.
saying? Screw the pooch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a partial here because we're struggling on this next leg. So just another partial. I try to be patient, but I just want to make sure that we end this trade with some good profits, and not take a whole lot back, right? Because again, Apple's has been strong.
Yeah.
So we want to be
And
cautious.
and once again, our partials are close to the same levels, although I took two earlier, so I gotta wait now for my next partial. But let's come on, let's go. I like this 255.50 area.
I know. 50?
Let's
No,
see, yeah, it is
255. Oh, 255. Okay, okay. I think you said 250. I'm like,
255.
Peter.
No.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
That's too
whoa,
big of a.
whoa.
I mean, hey, if we could get to like the
Hey,
low of day, that would be great. But here we go. Here we go.
come on.
All right, now I'm taking a partial because we just tested that low of day,
Yeah,
and
let's
it
see
doesn't seem
here.
to it's really slow to move lower. So
Yeah, it's struggling. Wants to go back to the
yeah,
VWAP, man, I think. But let's see if we can get another drop here. 250.
oh,
Oh,
there you
here it
go.
is. At
There you go.
255.20
Come
is what I
on, let's.
wanted. Just slightly above that. So let's
Mm,
see if we
well,
can see. I'm so happy with that partial. That's a great fill,
uh,
Mr. Interactive Brokers.
oh, there you go. Wow, yeah, you got right at the bottom of that candle.
Mm-hmm. Right when
Okay,
you halt
so
it.
we do have in a couple of seconds here the S&P, the flash manufacturing and services PMI numbers that are coming out. Again, not
Okay.
expect to really do much here to move the market, but be aware we just need to be on top of it in case we get a big spike down or a big spike up. Here, numbers are out, and it looks like they're pretty much right on target. There's very
Okay.
little, yeah, 52.2 on the manufacturing, came out at 52.0. 54 was the expected on the services, came out at 53.9. So yeah, we're like, like a tenth of 1%. Well, yeah, half of a tenth of a percent. That's a
Yep.
very awkward
Yep.
way of saying that. Anyways, no big differentiator. So yeah, we're heading back up here on Apple, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm gonna bail on it, man. I think this thing wants to go higher. It's strong today. Well, not today, but it's been strong. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped up. Oh, let's see if the previous
So
day close can act as
yeah,
resistance. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Let's
that
wait.
so we got the previous day close here that is, I'm hoping, going to provide some resistance. I moved my stop down a couple of cents, but otherwise I've left it at my break even essentially. So
Hmm.
we're close enough now that to me it doesn't make sense to. I might as well just give it the room.
Might as well wait.
Let's
Yeah,
hope.
yeah.
Let's hope it can, because the VWAP is right there too. So I'm hoping that,
Mm-hmm.
because it's now green again, but it might stop me out anyways. Yeah,
Uh,
you're right back at your break
yeah, I'm
even.
out. I'm out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm out too. So it didn't hold.
Yeah, I wish the VIA
But
would have been lower. Would have been nice if the VIA was lower. Because now the VIA can act as resistance, but you can't hold it for a possible squeeze to
yeah.
256.60, right, and give some of the money back. So we don't want to do that. But this is an area where if you had a better entry, this is an area you don't want to get out at. You want to hold here because, as you mentioned, Peter, these two levels can look at
Oh
that acting
wow.
as resistance. Yeah. So
Yeah. Look at that. Seriously? Wow. Bounced right off of that, didn't it?
yeah. So my partials, I do 20 and 10, right? So I did 10 in the first one, 20 the second one because we took too long, and then this was a big move, so I did 20, right? And that's 20 of the whatever's left open, right? But usually my first partial is always 10, just because I'm usually pretty trigger happy, so I don't want to take a lot off, and then once I start getting concerned, like here, then I take 20, right? Because I don't want to bring back a
Mm.
whole lot. So and then another 20 here, and then everything out here. So. That's the
Wow.
plan. All right, let's
Wow.
see. PLTR. Oh yeah, PLTR VWAP friends. All right, let's see. Nice breakout. Come on, pull back. Pull back and then let us join the party. This is why people ask, like, we watch the same tickers. Look at PLTR. I mean, this is excellent trading. Excellent. I mean, even the drop here, guys, if I was not an Apple and I was looking at this, there's a breakout candle, the pullback. I mean, the pullback here, the confirmation. What else do you want? It's just beautiful. Beautiful trading on PLTR. I mean, are you not entertained? What else do you want? Oh, man. What a V reversal, too. This is awesome. Looks like the pullback is not coming, friends, for a VWAP strategy on PLTR.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too
Well,
far up
okay.
already. Yeah.
What else we got? I really
What
regret
else?
this AMD trade that I just got in a little too early. I don't know that I would have taken it on the next candle anyways. Yeah.
You can't understand the confirmation of PL. So basically, what we did on Apple in reverse, right? So here's the drop, right? Here's our breakout candles. Here's the pullback, this white candle, and then this is the confirmation candle. So exact same thing, just the other way, right? So if you look at PLTR, right, here's your breakout candle. This could have been part of your breakout candle as well, but we need to get a pullback here and then the confirmation candle to go high, right? So I got a whole video on this for on YouTube on a lot tons of examples. Here you never get the pullback. Yes, you get this slight pullback, but that's not enough. That's not enough. You need a good pullback, and then you need a good confirmation candle. That's the entry. Gives you a great risk to reward and confirms to you that, hey, yes, we are going higher. Like Apple confirmed to us, yes, we are going lower, right? Again, above the VWAP, this candle confirmed we are going lower. I got in too early. I should have waited for this to close, and it would have had the same entry, but the confirmation would have been a little bit better, right? So that's what we're looking for. But POTR is not giving us that right now. It's gone. I mean, this is gone, right? This is gone towards the high of the day. Good, Mohammed. Good. Hopefully helps. It's a great strategy. Like we see the breakout a lot throughout the day, right? So let's see, Apple battling the previous day close here. Let me cycle through my entire list of like 20 secondaries. Let's see what we got here. CLSK took
Yeah.
off from the VWAP. IonQ, man, not doing much. BA, pretty quiet, no volume. TSM, here's the thing with TSM, right? Great gap up this morning, pure garbage. And this is typical, so usually I'm not a fan of watching it. That's just trying to break the previous VWAP here. Let's see, VWAP breakout. This happens a lot on TSM. Happens a ton. So usually not the first one on deck for me to look at. Yeah, let's see if it can do something here, right? Let's see if it can play. Oklo breaking out. Oklo it's trying, right? Just above the VWAP. This could be good. Just careful on the spread, guys. I mean, this spread is so just mindful with the number of shares you take on this one. RGTI is shortable, but I believe there are an SSR, so you just got to short at the ask, right? You can hit the bid and get in with a market order. Careful shorting here, though. I'm thinking opposite right now. All right, let's see. A lot of VWAP breakout opportunities today. So let's see if this thing wants to do a pullback. So this here, all considered part of the breakout right now. These two candles are part of my breakout. We have to wait to see how this candle finishes up. About 37 seconds left to it. Right, wow, the ask on Rigetti are stacking up pretty nice. Look at that. It wants to go. You might not get a good setup here for what we're looking for. Chris MC, you got a meeting in 10 minutes. We'd rather stare at graphs. Take the computer with you. And pretend you're looking at your notes. You know, and just be like, yep.
Yeah.
You know, just type in and have a notepad ready to open up. If somebody comes across you and you're behind you, you got that open, ready to go.
Carlos.
You know, get those privacy screens so the person next to you can't even see what you're looking at. And trade away, my friend. Trade away. Oh, it's a virtual meeting? Ah, forget about it. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Hey, come on.
That's the New Jersey coming at you right
Yeah,
there,
man. I'm thinking you have to go to a meeting. You have to take your laptop and go to a conference room. No worries.
I love it. Forget about it.
Hey. All right, Rigetti pulling back.
Oh my goodness.
This will be an important candle here. See if how it sets up. The bids have come down a little bit in the ask as well. So put this to the side. Oh man, I like Rigetti, Peter. I think I'm gonna go long here. Long Rigetti. I like it. Let's see what happened. What took place?
Right with the come on. What the
Oh boy.
How did that happen?
Ooh.
What to high range, low range?
We don't know what's happening, but Peter's having some tech issues.
Yeah, look at this. I got Murphy's Law, right? I actually got I'd been short. I've been short here Apple for the last 5 minutes. And just before the spike down, I was putting in a stop order just so I didn't have to actively watch it. And somehow
Oh,
as soon as I was it
Ah,
executed, it got me out, right? I mean, I guess now it looks like that might have been what might have worked out for me, but somehow I got out right at break even, and I don't, but my stop order looks good. My low range 252, my high range 255.37.
mm,
And it's short, so it's a buy. I don't understand why it executed right away. It should not have done that.
oh, interesting, man.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Huh. Very strange. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, I said I guess
Rigetti.
maybe the universe was looking out for me because now Apple's just spiked lower and now it's pushing higher, so would have
Yeah.
stopped me out anyways. That's
I
weird.
mean,
There you go. See, that would
Rigetti's.
have there's my stop. It would
That
have just
saved
hit
you.
my actual
Yeah.
stop if I'd been in it. So okay,
Your
that's
system
not.
is saving you money again, Peter. That's awesome. They didn't do that
Yeah, that's
yesterday.
weird.
Yesterday did the same thing too, right? You had like
Yeah, I've had a couple of weird ones over the last few days where I've been like, I got one trade, like it didn't fill my whole order. I just got one share, I mean,
yep.
and I'm like, what the hell? And I was all confused. So I just got out. I'm like, why do I only have one share? So I got a partial fill of one share.
Mm.
Like, huh? Yeah.
NUAI. What are these tickers? New Era Energy. Okay. And NUAI. No, NUAIW. Okay.
Wow. Well, thanks, universe.
Yeah, class. So these are what are these like ETFs of energy? It looks like New Era Energy warrants. Yeah, I don't know how well these things are going
Hmm.
to day trade, and I don't like the price action. So just be careful on these. I definitely don't like the price. But again, I don't know much about them and how they move, so I'm not sure if they're setting up for something you like today. TSM seems to be moving up. Oh, look at that beauty. TSM, man. Wow. We started talking about it and we sparked it up. I think, Walton, you long in this? Good for you. Good for you
Still
if you
weird.
are.
I still don't know what I did wrong.
If it is, they're trying to figure it out. Let's go, Rigetti. Oh, this will be awesome if we can get to the high of the day on Rigetti. Another VWAP breakout strategy. Our stop, guys, always below VWAP, never at VWAP. We came close, but always below VWAP. Give yourself a little bit of room. And let's see if Rigetti can. Let's see if it has the
Oh,
juice to get going.
that's what I did wrong. Okay, I found it. I
Oh,
found what I did wrong. Okay, good. My bad. It was my bad. It was user
you
error.
do
So at least
what
at
you do.
least I know. I put my high range at 255.37 because I had the 255 in my head as opposed to 256.37, which is what I should have targeted. So, anyways, hey, look, it saved me. So, my own fault.
Ah, Rigetti struggling. Might stop me out. 29.60. I'm out of it. Looked like it was gonna go. It was a nice little pop, and then it's just kind of it's fading back to the
Mhm.
VWAP. Ready to bail on it. 29.60. I am out. What's that level to? 29.60 is like I have a level right on there. That is must be on the daily. 29.60. Looks like yesterday's high. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready to stop out on it. 29. Ooh. Buyers coming to save me to the rescue. Buyers are coming in. Nah, it doesn't look good at all.
All right. Amazon has just been leaking down all morning. Thor in the chat room got a trade on Amazon. He went short. I wasn't convinced, but he was. And look at that. He got a move from 225 down to 221. Just
Yeah, he was sure early on,
one in.
on that. That's nice.
Yeah. Wow. Good for him. That's a smart trade. Huh.
All right, Rigetti. Ooh, the bids are coming in heavy. Don't like that, Rigetti. Yeah, 29.60. We touched it. We bounced. I'm out. Okay, I'm out. Wants to go, but man, it's struggling. This rejection here was pretty
Well,
big. This rejection here is pretty intense. Apple. Let's see. Apple coming back down. Oklo didn't really break out. Kind of struggled there. Came back below the VWAP. Rigetti. I think Rigetti still got some juice in it, but we gotta wait here. Nvidia. Wow, Nvidia was a great short, guys. Beautiful 5-minute ORB with a nice pullback. I mean, that pullback there on the 5-minute. Look at that right here. Wow, that is nice. Very, very clean. The 1-minute looks very clean also. So if you took that, that is beautiful. Beautiful drop today. Apple, nothing.
it's pretty choppy though. I mean, I was watching Nvidia at the open. That was
you was?
wasn't
Yeah.
easy. Wasn't easy to trade that in the first couple of minutes. But yeah,
LTR,
turns out.
core weave, not good. Okay.
Oracle dropping today down boy, $14 from the open.
Wow. Wow,
Oracle's
wow,
just
wow.
it's a mover these days.
How's the daily on this thing? Are we still above their lower range, which is right about here. Got a couple of levels.
Oh yeah.
307 is next.
Oh yeah, well above it.
But
Yeah.
man, what a short today. This is the type of short that pays you well. Pays you really, really well. Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else near the VWAP, guys? I'm looking for any VWAP breakout. Apple is just dabbling with it. Oracle is just highway to hell. Oh man. Cipher mining is no good. Let me delete this one. It's no good. CLSK. No. IonQ. Nothing. BA did break out from the VWAP, so not near VWAP. TSM's gone. Wow. TSM. Look at this move. Just beautiful. GTR and core weave. Nothing. All right. So sitting and waiting. See what else we can get out of here. How do I set my VWAP? Yeah, I have that. I have a screenshot of that somewhere on the actual setup. I gotta pull it for you. Where did I put that?
Rigetti's I don't know what Rigetti's doing, Carlos. It's
I don't know. I love the volume on it, man. I love the way it's moving. But
yeah.
I think it wants to explode up or down. I don't know yet, but the fact it's right near the VWAP is great because you got good risk reward, whichever way it wants to go. I see less resistance towards the top. I really do. So, but we'll have to see. Oh yeah, we haven't looked at Tesla. I don't even have it on my list. We spoke about it earlier, but it is
It's
a dog's
not doing a
breakfast.
lot.
Yeah. You're right, David. David, how are you, my friend? David from Connecticut. Hopefully you're well, brother. Met David, what, 2017? David's been with us for quite some time. Yeah, like 2018, I think. Our first New York
2018
meetup.
maybe.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Apple loosened it again. Off the view up, that is. Yeah, man. Glad to see you here in chat. I know you're usually in the chat room, but nice of you to stop by and say hello.
Oh, PLTR is just it's bouncing again here. It's just like it's
You
it's
think a
crazy.
reversal here, Peter?
It's not a trade that I can take for a reversal, but I'm just amazed at how it's like been a roller coaster ride today
Mm,
on the PLTR up and down those hills. Like just look at how it like it's smooth, but these sudden reversals. It went you know, up at the open and then all the way back to the open price and then up slightly higher and then all the way back down slightly lower than the open price. And now it looks
yeah.
like we're maybe bouncing higher again. Like it's just, I don't know. Like this is not the type of thing that I can easily trade, but it's
Yeah.
fascinating to watch.
Sure is. Sure is. Author, yeah, I'll send those out today with the new ones that we do today. Yesterday I was out of pocket, man. As soon as I was done here, went straight to bed, slept for like 2 hours, woke up again, ate, and just veg on the couch and went back to sleep in the afternoon. So I'm all caught up and refreshed. So today I'll get on the computer and I'll send you guys the audiobooks. Oh yeah, I was such a vegetable yesterday. Oh, I didn't do anything. But it was nice. Some days you need that. You need that some days. Um, and that was yesterday for me.
Okay.
No, author.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, I got them.
yesterday was a busy day for me. I was heading downtown, had some meetings right
Mm-hmm.
after this. So,
Friends, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We have 248 likes so far. Our goal is 400, and yeah, we'll love to see that. So let's get to 400, and if we get to 500, we'll give away one membership, one elite membership. We'll do that. So once we hit 500, in fact, that's what we'll do. When we hit 500, we'll give away an elite membership for 1 month, every day, because I know 500 is tough to get to. Um, I like Rigetti, guys. I like Rigetti long. I don't know when. Not saying now, but I think Rigetti long is where it's at. Where's question is where's Andrew? Andrew's in the mountains somewhere. A couple of thousand
yeah,
miles
he
up
should
in.
be. Well, he should have summited that peak. Well, today, like Tuesday, but that would have been
Yeah,
about 12 hours ago, local time, right? So,
yeah. Let's see
because
his
usually you want
tracker.
to hit, yeah, usually you want to hit the summit like early in the morning, is my understanding on most of these tall mountains. So, but yeah, so he's probably on his way back down the mountain at this point.
No,
We
it
might hear
doesn't
from
look
him
like.
tomorrow.
Doesn't look like he's based on his Garmin. Does not look like he's summited yet. But again, I don't know because I don't know how this thing updates
Uh,
or how it goes. But
right.
the summit would have been
Or
somewhere here,
it
and he's still
could
hanging
be
out here.
weather, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I need it. Oh yeah. So yeah, maybe they got stuck with weather, or maybe
Yeah.
something happened. You never know.
He's got a
Uh,
connection though. 'Cause I see him on Instagram, or maybe the Garmin's just not updating properly. Who knows? I don't know how these things work.
right.
Uh, uh, but I saw him post on Instagram uh, earlier. I just haven't looked at what he actually posted.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm. Let's see our
Well,
buddy. That's for watching Rigetti, man. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Rigetti. I feel it. I feel the long on Rigetti. So let's see if he wants to play
uh,
nice.
I don't know, Carlos.
Let's
Wow,
see.
everything seems to be getting into a mid-range, or maybe we got to wait for some speeches to happen.
Mm.
It's is President Trump should be at the UN General Assembly speaking at this point, I think. I know they don't live feed that type of stuff, but
He's walking in the podium now. Okay. Uh, Come on, Mr. President. Talk about POTR and that you're investing a couple of grand in there so we can take it long. Bloomberg. Dum, dum, dum. Plug short candidate. Let's take a look. Wow, I haven't traded plug in a while. It's a $2 stock. Man, this why do I remember this being much higher? Yeah, because it was. It was
Oh,
30, 60,
I'm pretty
20.
sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. That definitely
How
wasn't a
the
$2
mighty have
stock when we were
fallen.
looking at it last.
Yeah, yeah. Short? I don't know. I don't know about short on this. I'm not sure.
Oh, OKLO just got a spike higher. And did
Hmm.
you go back into your Rigetti?
I did not. I did not, but uh, I want to. I really want. I think it's a long. I think it's winding up to be a nice long. Let's see. Let's see if we get a pullback. I want to. Nah, I should have been watching it. Started looking at other things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Trump is on. I see him there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, baby. Pull back. I am gonna go long, Rigetti, and it's not probably gonna be the best type of trading setup, but I do want to go long Rigetti. I think it wants the high of the day. But I want a good. Okay, here's the pullback. I want a good entry. I want it to be right next to the VWAP if possible. So what is this place he's speaking at, Peter? What is this again? Remind us.
The UN General Assembly, I think I assume in
Okay.
New York.
Yeah, definitely New York, the UN. But it's
Uh,
the General Assembly that's going on. Okay. There he is.
yeah, he's speaking. He is speaking live right now.
Eyes on Rigetti. Oh man, I think this is my shot. I really do think this is it right here. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it, Rigetti.
Huh.
Can you give me 29.90? You mean 10 cents?
Wow.
Not that 10 cents gonna make a difference, but I would love it.
Apparently, President Trump is expected to go on make a speech against globalism. How globalists are on the verge of destroying successful nations, and globalism is pushing globalist ideologies are pushing successful nations to the brink of destruction. Interesting topic to put in front of the United Nations, but all right.
All right, we're just watching Rigetti. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's go long Rigetti. Let's see, long here. Stop below the VI. Same thing, 29.60. I'm keeping my same stop as earlier. And let's see if it goes. Easy, Ravi, easy. Don't get no fire started.
Yeah.
You know how it gets here.
Yeah. Try not to, make it. Try not to make
Was it
ourselves
was
too
it
political
was it
here.
like this? Again, I got into politics really late, really late. Like it was just not a thing, right? I just remember the presidents, but like, was it like this with prior presidencies? I don't remember it being so
No.
polarizing. It's so crazy how people are
No.
um now, but I don't remember it being like that.
Definitely is not, or was not. Oh, this is an interesting feed. You've got like Bloomberg Television.
Oh yeah, this is my Bloomberg feed, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. You could do both. You could do it full screen with this if you want to see the Bloomberg television, or you could do Bloomberg Plus and you get the side stuff and any headlines here. So it's pretty nice. I like it. You get a subscription and you can jump on this. So their articles are amazing. Like the opinion articles, their writers. Bloomberg has really good writers when it comes to market and stuff like that. I mean,
Oh.
they write very well. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of stuff I get, and their podcasts are really good too. So they do a really good job with their writing material. So like
Did
$39 a
you
month or
uh
something like that.
did you jump into RGTI
I
in this
did.
pullback here?
I did. No, I jumped in earlier. I should have waited for the pull. I jumped in
Okay.
earlier. So I think it was gonna go without me. So
Hmm.
let's see. I don't want
Let's
to.
see.
I had the little foam. I didn't want to miss the move.
Yeah.
Let's see if it does it.
Okay.
Let's see if we can break 30.
We got this. I keep, I keep getting advertised all sorts of things when I'm trying to find news, Carlos. It's always amazed me.
Like
There's this
what? Like
one
what is the
like,
thing you're seeing?
well, this Tai Chi exercises they keep trying to tell me for men over 50 all the time. They got this guy that's clearly AI generated. Some guy, I'm not 40, I'm 68, and the guy's of course ripped and standing on a beach, and I'm like, there's no way. That being said, my
Yeah,
wife
yeah.
showed me a video of a lady who was like a black lady who was like 81 years old, and she didn't look a day over. She looked my age, like 55 or something, and I'm like, that's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. So, but as my wife liked to say, black don't crack.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. That is the
It's
thing. It's possible, man, but it's possible, but you gotta live a lifestyle that is intense. Intense. Can't have no cupcakes. That's for sure.
testosterone replacement therapy. Uh, Sounds like I should just let my body do the thing it's gonna do, whatever that is. I'm okay getting old. I mean, I don't want to die, but you know,
Yeah,
getting
getting old is
old's part of
okay.
life.
Getting old is okay. It's just gotta get there and healthy. That's it. That's it. Just get there healthy.
Yeah.
Um,
Tesla just went red, yeah.
yeah, my Rigetti's not working out too good. Let's see if we can stay above the VWAP here.
Apple. Everything's gone a little choppy here. Seems like people are afraid of the updates. Don't forget that this is not the last of them. It's the first of them. Trump's address is one that's happening today, and then 12:30, was it? Was that it? 12:35, if I remember, on the economic calendar. We've got Powell that speaks. 12:35. That's when
Oh,
that's scheduled for.
when
So
is he talking in the UN as well or something separate?
no, I don't think he's at the. I don't think they would invite, a Fed
Why
chair
not?
to the UN. No, it's
Trump
world
is there. We
leaders.
could have a
It's
little some fireworks.
no, no. He's I don't know where he's talking. Is he talking at an event? I think it's just a normal Fed press. Like every month they have a press
Gotcha.
day. I think that's what this is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't see him speaking at any particular event. So, anyways, whatever it is, you know, he can have a direct impact on the market because, of course, he's talking about the interest rates primarily,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
directly affect the market, as opposed to what Trump talks about often is has a deep indirect effect, but it's not often, unless there's specific mention of things, it's not often the stuff that can cause discernible market
yeah.
sentiment.
Look at this
So we'll
spy
see
though,
what
man. This
happens.
spy, if you look at it now, it is just messy. Like
It's
this is a
Yeah. You want to talk
really,
about dog's breakfast?
yeah, this is
Yeah.
I'm looking at a
Look at
five
that
minute,
chart.
and this is just
Yeah.
not great. This is just not great. Look at
No.
this. Um,
Yeah. That's pretty ugly.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty crappy. This Peter, do you have YouTube's on your 10 to 1 strategy? Is that on YouTube?
Do I have YouTube videos? There used to be. So I assume that out there somewhere there should be a short video, I think, that goes over it. Let's see if
Hmm.
I can find it. Hold on.
Oracle. My Apple trade. That's a really good trade. Uh, on Apple, Nvidia. Nvidia coming out to the VWAP here. Not doing much yet, but it's just right below the VWAP. CRSK. What TSM end up doing? The TSM continue its rally. TSM was on fire. Yeah, slowly just grinding higher and higher on TSM. Any merch? No, I gotta get. I don't know who would do this. Like, who will do the merchandise for LGT, Lambos and Garbage Truck? I'll have to get with Andrew
Oh,
when he
you know
comes
what?
back to see what vendors we use already. And then we got to get someone to do the logos and not logos, but to do the actual merch, like what we have, right? So come up with some creative stuff. This will be fun. It'll be a fun project. I will definitely rock that. Out in the town doing my shopping. You look at me like I'm crazy. Lambos and garbage truck. You're definitely gonna get questions. What is that? What is that? Uh,
Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it?
I'm looking at my
I
regalia. It's
think I
crap.
th
It's taking forever.
I think the video there does not seem to be a 1 to 10 description video in YouTube. I think the one I'm thinking about ended up getting put in Trading Terminal. I'm
Mm.
just trying to find it.
Rigetti died on me. It died. It's just moving just above the VWAP, not doing anything. But no action.
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere in Trading
Okay.
Terminal. It's in there somewhere. Wow.
There's nothing happening. It's nothing. At least for the way I trade, there's nothing that's good. Tesla, I mean, fell apart here.
No.
Yeah, I see that. Dropping previous day close, going red. Oracle is another beautiful short. But man, all the stuff I'm watching and for an opportunity is just not doing anything.
Yeah, a couple of good moves in hindsight here that I regret having missed, but
Yeah, yeah.
uh it's yeah, not much going on right now that we can take advantage of.
Just gotta sit and wait. And I'll sit on my Rigetti and see if we can hold the VWAP here.
Yeah, let's give it come on, Rigetti. Help Carlos
Let's
out.
go do something.
I've
Well, do
I've
something in my
got
direction.
Yeah, I've got a small green day going. I only want to jump into a trade if I can see something that's really setting up, and right now I do not.
Yep,
So
yep. Mm, mm. Let's see here. Mhm. Rigetti, you might stop me. I'm just trying to see what it does here. 2960 is my stop. Yeah, T chat. Yeah, it's maybe when the president is done talking, maybe things can settle down a little bit, do something. Maybe the market expecting might slip something in there that might cause um some movement, but so far it hasn't said anything about markets overall. So
no.
keep coming back down here and bouncing from here. So I don't know what's up with that. Or it's just chop. It's just chop. You look at the SPY, it's just pretty choppy. Besides a couple of tickers that are like dropping, like Oracle, your TR dropped a little bit, kind of moving sideways now. TSM, this thing went nice above the VWAP. It's just not a whole lot happening. So we gotta wait. Yeah, I was looking at Nvidia, so I have it up here. So I was looking at Nvidia at close to the VWAP here. This could be interesting. I like the volume on it. It's moving nicely. Oh, Nvidia wants to go. Okay.
Yeah,
Nvidia
I don't
wants to
know.
go.
Does it? I don't know. It's
All right, 10 28. Let's do this. Let's give away some stuff, and then we'll hand it off to the guys who are joining us here at 10:30. But let's do that. Let's do away some books. Not yet. Hold on. Let me. It's always the same thing. I mentioned it before I turn on the giveaway thing, and the hashtags start coming in like a man. Do the
yeah,
same thing
yeah.
every
You
time. Like
gotta.
just be quiet. Set it up first, and then mention it. Um. Okay. Here we go. I will eventually learn my lesson here. But
Everybody gets excited.
I don't
Start
blame. I don't blame
hashtagging
you.
it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Let's
Oh, you
do.
want free stuff? Why
Yeah,
not? It's
stuff is
free.
good. Free is good.
You
Free is
know?
good. All right. If you won yesterday, I'll send you your links right after this. Right after I come off, we'll do hashtag.
He's not taking a nap today. He's gonna be
No, I'm gonna be front and center for you
he's gonna be
guys.
working.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working. Getting back to emails. Let's throw people off a little bit. Let's do hashtag book. Hashtag
Oh, is that
book.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think that's there you go.
Hashtag book. And we'll give out some ebooks. I'm out of the new book. I'm out completely of the new book until Andrew comes back and gets some more codes. So it's going to be, if you win, it's going to be day trading for a living. All right, that's the one I have, and I have mastering psychology, trading psychology. So those are the two I have. So when you email me if you win, just let me know if you want day trading for a living. Got a copy of that, the audiobook, or mastering psychology. Just let me know which one of those two you want to receive. So let's see here. We have. Oh, I'm sorry. I did this wrong. I gotta go back. It's only
Uh-oh.
taking. Yeah, it's only taking Lambos and garbage truck members, and that's not good. No,
Uh-oh.
no, we want everybody.
Carlos has got to restart everything.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, everybody's in. Here we go. Okay, hashtag book. All right, now I got everybody in this. So everybody's joining up pretty nice. All right, let's see who's going to be the winner. We'll give it a second since I
All
messed
right.
it up.
So remember, you have to re-enter the hashtag book if you'd done it prior to Carlos
Yeah,
fixing up
yep.
the tool there. So get it in right now, and then we can make a draw. How
Yep,
many? How
yep.
many are you gonna pick?
Five audiobooks.
5.
Yep,
All right.
5 audiobooks. And then we'll do the elite membership for our Lambos and Garbage Truck members. 1 month elite membership free. Gets you guys in and access to everything. So, all right. We get to 100 entries. We got 81. Let's see if we can get to 100. 20 more. And we'll get rocking. Oh, okay. 86, 87, 89. Almost there. Looking for 6 more bodies. 6 more bodies,
Six.
and
Just
we'll
6
run it.
more.
Yep. 98. 2 more people there. 1. All right. There it is, 104. Okay, here we go, friends. Let's do it. First one is Evelyn Chan. Congrats, Evelyn Chan. Allison Song. Congratulations. Abid Said. Congrats as well. Kayo, number 4. And last but not least for the audiobook is going to be Komi. Komi, congratulations. So guys, email me and let me know if you want mastering psychology or day trading for a living. So send me an email on those 2. And we're going to go back here. Let's go back and we'll do for Lambos and Garbage Truck members. So let's do that. Here we go. This will be in monthly. Oh, here. Monthly, okay.
Carlos, are you watching your RGTI trade, by the way? It's dropped on you. So.
Oh, no, I am
Unfortunately.
not. Oh, okay, hold on. Excuse me. Oh, okay, what do we have here?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
it did
I
drop.
just
No, no, it's
noticed
okay.
that.
No, thanks for telling me, man. I was not paying attention. All right, so let's see. Pulling back up. Can it save us? We're doing a good deed here, giving stuff away. You're gonna drop on me when I'm giving stuff away?
Yeah.
Come on, what's
Yeah,
wrong with
come on,
you?
man. Do Carlos a solid.
Don't be right. I'm here giving to the trading community and you're gonna take my money? My goodness. Thank you. That's more like it. Let's try to get up there. Should I stick around now? I don't know, Peter. Should we stick around? See what happens? Hashtag elite friends for Lambos and Garbage Truck members, and we are going to give away 1 month 1 month membership of the elite membership here, so at BBT. So we're right above my stop. I did like this bounce though. It feels like we're getting ready to shoot up. This is such a bad example. Never do this, guys. Pay attention to your trade. Get out when you need to, and if you need to pay attention to something else, set a limit order. I'm in it now, and I kind of like the bounce we're getting. So again, don't do what I just did. This is an example of what not to do. All right, let me see. I think we could run this now. All right, 71 entries. Lambos and Garbage Truck members, here we go. If you want to know how to join, you can do that by going to youtube.com/BebuTraders/join. I know that's long, but that link gets you right to how to join for the Lambos and Garbage Truck members. And we're giving away in 1 monthly membership every day. So, all right, I'm watching my trade tight now. So let's see if we can get a bounce. All right, here it is for the membership. 80 entries is Shine with Seta. So congratulations. Send me an email carlos@bebuTraders.com, and we'll get you all set up. All right, back to my trade here. I should bail on it. I got an opportunity to get out of my stop. I think the minute I bail in, it's going to go back up to the VWAP. I just feel it, but maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to get out of it. Gonna get out
Oh,
of it.
phone.
Yeah, it's no good. Gonna get out of it. All right, let's see here. Brian, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How's everyone doing this morning?
I'm doing awesome, man. Um,
Good, good.
Let me get the sound in chat so we can continue here. Uh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're doing good, man. Two bad trades, I think, for me. One really good one an app. Other than that, not given the morning that it is, not bad, not bad. How
I
about yourself? How
forgot
did you do
to
today?
um did well. I got PLTR breakout at the open there. That was a nice trade.
Nice.
Um got a bit of
LTR was quite
a
a roller
920.
coaster today.
It was crazy. I didn't catch it. Um Jared had a nice got a nice entry on a short right up around
Mm.
85.50 and then
Wow.
reshorted it again um, when it made that second top. I thought it looked like it was going to actually break out there, and it did. It made a new high, and then of course that turned out to be a false breakout. And another good area. A number of our traders in the room shorted it again. So yeah, it's been a real roller coaster. So I've been just trading some 920 trades. Did Amazon Thor got a nice trade this morning. I'm sure he's going to talk about it later. But yeah, Thor had a nice short on Amazon.
Yeah, we saw that. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
So yeah, so it's been a bit of a chop fest for sure. Let's see here. Tesla looks like it's heading lower again, but again, it's kind of getting into a time of day where we're it's going to be a little bit choppy. Um,
MU Rigetti. I
BA
knew
had
it.
some pretty decent news
Ah,
today. They sold a bunch of 787s to
Yeah.
some
Uzbekistan.
Azerbaijan or Urkestan or someplace, someplace you could
Yeah.
never find on the map. You have no idea because you have no idea where it is.
Yeah.
So, but the yeah, it's just the morning has been I like to call this like a hangover day because it's we had a nice run up yesterday, and now we're just kind of chopping around. The queues have really since the first 10 minutes up to about 9:40, we really have done we've really gone nowhere. And in the SPY, you could probably say the same thing from the open. We've maybe leaked off a bit, but it's pretty um, non-directional day. Tesla's selling off more here. So either Peter, you in a trade now, or
I am not actually. I am just waiting for something interesting to happen. I was traded Apple short a couple of times actually today, and never quite got the move I was looking for, which is unfortunate for me. But and then I had tried AMD short again a couple of times and didn't quite. I was right close to that high of day, but it just had to spike a little bit higher, which got me out. So I'm a little bit green on the day, but I didn't end up with any really decent trades, to be honest. Oracle's the one that, looking at in hindsight, that I'm just amazed that I'm even still talking about Oracle, to be honest. Like, who would have thought that it'd still be, we'd care? But it's been trading
it would still
awesome
be
for
a
the
thing.
last, yeah. So, yeah, that's the one. Great move down, just very slow and steady on Oracle. So, but yeah, nothing on right now.
Right.
What's the weather looking like there in Vancouver today?
It's getting cool out here. It's cool, much cooler at night and cooler during the day, but still
Mm,
still getting those sunny days. So
winter is coming.
wow, winter is coming. I know it's been. I always, always hate dread it when we get into fall and it's because of course being on the West Coast, we have to get up at you know 5:45
Zero
to
dark 30.
to start to get trading for the day. And now, yeah, it's easy in the summer because it's nice, sunny, or at least it's bright out. But now it's now getting up in the darkness. It just I don't know what it does
Yeah.
mentally. It just makes me sad.
Well, that's reasonable. That's a normal human reaction, right? We much prefer to get up in the
Yeah,
light. That's the whole advent
yes,
of daylight savings time, right? The whole, we want to
I
just be
guess,
living
yeah,
in the light as
and
much as possible.
for the farmers,
Which is always funny. Daylight savings time has nothing to do with farmers because they don't care. They don't care what the clock says. They're going to do what they need to do when they
yeah,
need to
exactly.
do it. Oh, but I love that.
The
Yeah.
cows need
So
milking.
there's exactly. It doesn't care what the clock says. When the cows moo, right? That's when you got to go. Anyways,
Yeah.
getting a little bit of a bounce
Yeah,
here
so
on the markets.
Meta's actually looking a little interesting here.
Oh,
It's got a
yeah.
breakout going on. Yeah, I
Hmm.
was just saying in the chat room, I was saying, I could just switch to I could get up instead of getting up at 5:45, I could get up at 7 and just trade 920s.
Mm.
920 to look for my 920 setups. So
Yeah.
yeah, Meta. I was looking at Meta this morning. It was up and then it has sold off. Did a sell off to about 10 o'clock, and then bounced right back up here. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of the quantum stocks again. Rigetti's a little bit has been very choppy. Um, Yesterday after the close, I started looking at some of the stocks that were moving after hours, and saw the one Holo, HOLO, and it was moving up nicely. So I took a long on that one after hours, kept it overnight, and sold some of it at up over $7, and then sold the rest around 660. But I was in at 580, so still that was a decent overnight hold.
I
What else?
white
IonQ, that's another one. Man,
White Cat Labs. Carlos has got control of those charts. I can't change what you're seeing on the screen. If you're listening, Carlos, he's
was
probably sending
Carlos giving
emails.
away any?
We just did.
Carlos giving away
Yeah.
any?
He just
All
gave
right.
away the daily monthly membership and 5 books. So he did that a little bit earlier.
Do we know where Andrew is today? Is he?
We don't per se. No, we think he's at the top of the mountain, but Carlos was following him on his GPS, and it didn't quite look like he had had made it there yet. So maybe there was some weather. He was supposed to make it early this morning, but maybe that
Yeah.
didn't pan out for whatever reason.
Hmm. Yeah, he did. He did give us his GPS thing.
Yeah. I didn't see the link, but Carlos seems to have it. There you go. See, he's got it on the screen now. So the down, sort of center bottom, we believe that's the peak he's heading towards. And it doesn't look like he made it past that next uh, camp. So, so could be the GPS is not updating. Could be that I don't know. Is there a height past which a GPS doesn't update? You figure if it's a real GPS, it should be
Or
using
you get up.
satellites, which are always
I think
higher.
or maybe he's above the satellites. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be one low flying satellite. But anyways,
Yeah,
it should always work anyway. So I'm not sure why. Again, could be weather. That's the thing with summiting these big peaks. You might have a plan to get up on a Tuesday morning, but just because that's your plan doesn't
true.
mean the weather's going to cooperate, and you could have to sit there for an extra day or two or three. Usually till you run out of oxygen and or food and water. Well, you never run out of water, I guess, because you can just melt snow. But so food, fuel, or oxygen. I imagine when you run out of something critical, that's when you gotta leave and try again another time.
I think yeah, when he did McKinley, which is in Alaska, I think he had to wait for over a week, so like a week and a half,
Hmm.
just hanging around, and because the weather was not letting them summit the peak.
Yeah, was that McKinley? I thought that was in
Oh, maybe it
Antarctica,
was
but maybe,
no, I think it was no, I think it was the Arctic one. Yeah,
anyways, wherever it was. But I remember that right where he was just sort of sitting there forever, and I'm like, man, that's
yeah,
you got to have a dedication to wanting to climb that mountain. You're literally just sitting there in, these minus 20, minus 30-degree temperatures, just
yeah.
waiting for your opportunity for a 3 hour climb. You know,
Okay.
it's or however long it takes. But still, I don't know. It's teach their own. Must be worth it.
To each their own.
So yeah, a lot of stuff moving sideways now. We had some good movement up front, but now everything seems to have just just calmed down here. And I mean, the SPY was ugly from right from the open. Like it's just terrible movement. But there were a few things that were moving. Thor got the Amazon, which a nice steady drop. I wasn't I wasn't convinced about the short when he talked about it in the chat room with you, Brian, because it had already dropped heavy off the open. And then he went short,
Yes.
but he got like a $4 move from there. I was pretty impressed actually with that trade. And Thor knew what he was looking for, and he just he just stuck to it, and it very easily played out for him. So yeah, good trade there. Oracle was a little easier because it dropped. It then did that VWAP retest a couple of minutes into the open and dropped some more. So another really easy trade if you got into it. But those are the only two that I would, say easy trades if you were sort of on the right side of it. Everything else a lot more challenging. So not an easy day by any stretch. I'm happy to be sitting where I am so far. I'm hoping things pick up a little bit this afternoon so I get some more trading opportunities.
You
But
have we do have MU at the at the close today.
mm, yes, that's true.
Here, I'm gonna send some codes here to Carlos for books. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. May end up have to give those away tomorrow.
Yeah. We can do that tomorrow. All right, so there you go. Here, guys, we'll get some more giveaways tomorrow. We could have some of
Mhm.
Brian's book, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah. IonQ is making its way up. I just amazed saw the valuation of some of these stocks. But yeah, PLTR is starting to break out again. Right. So I don't
Yeah,
think I don't think we've ever given away any Thor's books.
I don't think
When are you
so.
writing your
No,
own book, Peter?
I
Peter's
am not. Yeah,
Peter's
no
busy
interest in
with
her.
his all his charity work.
That's true.
Peter's a,
But
Peter's a
that's
busy
not an
guy.
excuse. I could find the time if I wanted to write a book. I just don't want to. I don't really have an interest in writing a book. It seemed to be the in thing to do. Everybody was writing a book. I'll sit out that trend. Thanks.
Writing a book is I mean
I like the
if you
title
actually
though.
write
Banner.
yeah,
Sorry.
if you actually write a book, it's yeah, dad jokes. Yeah, you could write a dad joke book.
There you go. I could do that. Yeah. So, anyways, if you
I
actually write
think
a
that
book,
well, to actually write a book, I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. I mean,
yeah.
my book, each of my books, took about a year to write, or at least, yeah, about a year overall to get something finished. And I mean, Andrew's latest book was about a year, I think. But you got to write the book, and then you got to go through the editing process with an editor who
Right.
fixes some grammar, catches mistakes, and believe me, you can make a lot of mistakes. You'd be surprised how many mistakes you can make. Like mislabeling something or referring to a wrong chart. So you got to go through that whole process, um, and then of course you've got to get somebody to turn your manuscript, which is just a Word document, into an actual book. um, that looks like a book with nice chapters and stuff and formatting. And then you've got to, your charts and graphs arranged accordingly. And then you've got to get somebody to design a cover. So there's a lot of steps, a lot of process to get a book. Like, and then I'd laugh at all these people like Oprah Winfrey and all these other stars. I'm not picking on Oprah, but they said, "Oh, I've written a book," and they haven't written a book. They've just sat down with some go with some ghostwriter and conveyed some stories
Dictated
that
a
they want.
yeah.
Yeah, they haven't actually gone through the
Well,
process of actually writing the thing. I don't believe that anyway. But yeah, everybody and their dog who's has seems to be writing a book.
maybe I should. Maybe that's what I need. I need a ghostwriter. Then make the process all easier for me. I'll
Well,
just.
yeah, I mean, maybe Andrew would be mad at me saying this, but his very first day trading book was he got somebody else to write it, and I think after he did that, he realized that that wasn't best idea. He just gave him a bunch of articles and told him to put it into a book, and it was not a very good product. It wasn't something he was very proud of either. So, and he just realized that that wasn't the approach that needed to take. So he sat down and did the work, and some of his books now are some of the best on day trading. So
Yeah, good for him. He's
yeah, and of
Andrew's
course
not
now
afraid to put the
we've had
work in.
you're gonna let him know. Yeah, well, yeah, there's GBT. I spilled the beans. Yeah, no, I think he would be the first to admit that he's had said that to a number of people.
You get ChatGPT to write me a book. But that would
Yeah,
be, that would then be echoing the problem that Andrew had, right? Like I don't want if I was to write a book, I would actually want to write a book. Like it'd have to be there's no point if I'm just going to use, AI to give you some random thoughts. It would be, only of interest, I think, if it was actual real trading advice, which means I'd have to write it myself. So, but I mean, you know what? We've given so much advice. This is what the I feel the Bear Bull Traders, community is for, in the chat room and all the webinars I've given. I mean, there's enough stuff in there to absolutely write a book, but you don't need a book for that. You can get the same knowledge, if not better, from the webinars and the training material that we provide. So,
videos. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. People do like books, though. It's a good old standard for. I love reading. I'm a very avid reader, but I mean, heck, I picked this one up because somebody mentioned it the other day, and I happened to pull it off my shelf, and I decided this weekend I was going to reread it. So I've got uh, I've got that one, The Mental Game of Trading, Mastering the Mental Game of Trading. So we were talking about this, I think, on YouTube last week because I just realized after I had picked it up off the shelf that my cousin wrote the has the quote on the dust jacket there. So,
oh, right, there you go.
and
Brent
there's
Brent Donnelly.
Brett Donnelly, and there's his two books that we were talking about last week. He's written two books. He's a
Oh,
currency trader.
Stephen
He
Goldstein. Yeah.
he's he's uh He's primarily a currency trader, runs a company called Spectra Markets that has actually an excellent daily newsletter, especially if you're a currency trader. This first book, very technical, very focused on currency, as you'd imagine. It's called The Art of Currency Trading. But if you're just for general trading, Alpha Trader is a great book that combines not much technical, it's much more psychological and sort of trading lifestyle. How do you manage your life to be an effective trader? Some good insight in there. It's a good read in my opinion. I am biased, of course, but so there you go. There's some other reading material. No no market
Yeah.
sponsorship, but there they are.
No, no. Andrew's books are not anything that's related to SMB Capital. I mean, and in fact,
No,
the guy who runs SMB Capital, um, we've worked with. We've invited him, and he has actually come to some of our meetups. Or
that's
I
him,
think he came to one in Vancouver.
Mike. He did. Was it
Yeah.
Vancouver? I know he was there in New York, and yes, I
Oh,
think he
maybe.
came to the
Yeah.
Vancouver
Well,
one. No, he did fly.
yeah.
He did
I thought
fly to one, and I'm trying to remember. Was it San Diego or Vancouver? It was one of the two, I think. But
yeah, it
anyways,
was
yes,
one of
he's been to a
those, or
couple of our meetups.
maybe it was a Florida one. But we're yeah, no, we're
Wherever it was.
actually on good terms with him, and he's actually copying some of the things that we've been doing, like with these meetups and a couple of
Mhm.
other things he's done, and that I look at and you think, he's just basically copying what some of the stuff that Andrew has put together. So, I
Hey, good ideas are
mean,
good
when it comes
ideas,
to
and
day trading. Yeah, when it comes to day trading, I mean, there's the principles, like an opening range breakout is not there's nobody that has a patent on that. Um, it's a pretty common pattern that people trade. And so if you talk about it in one book, and it's talked about in another book, it's not that someone's plagiarizing that particular pattern. Well, it looks like Tesla's ready to break down some more here. The SPY is actually at low of day. Qs is approaching low of day. So interesting to see if we hold here. Anyway, I'm going to jump off. I am going to have some breakfast. So yeah, Mike Belfiore. Yep. No, Mike.
Yep. Yep. We had breakfast with him in New York, Brian. I think you were there, and we
Yeah, the last
all
time we
sat
were
down
there, he
and
came and joined us for breakfast. Yeah.
uh,
And a couple other times we've been in New York, we've gotten together with him for lunch or dinner. So
uh,
yeah, good guy, and had a lot of success with his traders.
yep.
All right,
So yeah,
Peter,
we'll hand it
have
over.
a great rest of
I
your
see
morning.
both. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I see both Nathan and Thor hanging out here. We were talking about Thor's great trade on
Sweet.
Amazon earlier. He can regale you firsthand how that
Regale.
worked out, and we've got Nathan who's sitting in the red room. So he got the
Oh,
red
All
light
right.
on. He's
it's
ready to
for my
accept
Halloween
Light
customers.
on,
village.
baby.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, well, we're gonna nickname him Roxanne here pretty soon with the
Yeah.
red light going on.
Oh, nice. I like it, Peter. Hey, Peter,
All
Steve
right.
Goldstein will be on in a couple weeks, so
Oh,
don't
does
Yeah.
he?
miss
that's
that
Good
one.
there you
son.
go.
So we got him booked up. He's going to come on the 11 o'clock hour here on a Tuesday, actually,
Beautiful.
coming up here pretty soon here. So everyone, make sure you're getting that going. We got to get
There you
we
go.
got to do a couple of media posts on it, but I've been too busy to get it all put together. So we're gonna get there.
All
Sweet.
right.
I'll try to get it
Awesome.
done today.
I like your style.
All right.
So what's up,
Thank you guys
people? How's
later.
everybody doing? Oh, Market Stalker in the house. What's up, dude? I haven't seen you in here for a while. Good to see you. Bushan, good to see you, buddy. You're gonna be hanging with me tomorrow, right, buddy? You ready to hang out? Bushan is gonna come on and hang out in the hot seat with Dr. V and me tomorrow. And talk about his trading journey and kind of stuff and just like it's gonna be amazing for us. I don't know about him, but we're gonna have a great time. But we'll do. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I wanted to show you all. We had us a banger today, trading wise today. It's not every day like I get done trading for the day and I'm just like like boom, you know what I mean? Like it just really like everything really comes together. So a little link for my book there, A Complete Day Trading System just got posted. And this trade is a ideal example of what I'm talking about. So we had a really bearish order book. And actually I got a screenshot here. I posted it on my media and I'll show you that because I want you to see what it actually looked like at the time. So at the time, right, when we were getting into this, as I was hitting my target, look how hard we were selling. I mean, we were moving straight down. I mean, this was very aggressive. We had a bearish order book. It was heavy to the downside. We have an abundance of selling. So we did a trending breakdown. So we alerted the call, right? Waited for it to pull back underneath S4, shorted, put the stop above S4, and went for a 4R target. Look at that big move right there, everybody. This right now, I would like to show you a day trade. Ta-da! Right, like this is a day trade, right? Like when you're talking about like day trading, like we sometimes mix up like scalping with day trading. You can scalp anytime you want. Day trades are more like swing trades, right? You really want to get so the ATR on Amazon is $4.86. Look at that. So if I'm in from here and my out is here, I mean, I captured, all I missed was the open, right? That opening drop. So, but I still caught just about 90% of the full ATR value with one in and one out. right? This was this risked $250. I hit a 4R target on it. Ta-da! Fun day. You know what I mean? So, but this is when you're doing this stuff right, it's like the least amount of work you'll ever have to do to, you know, but anyway, just thought I'd illustrate a nice clean example of what one of my I say it was a trending breakdown too, Nathan. I actually like did a continuation. I'm kind of proud of myself.
What's wrong with you? Do you have a fever?
I know. Oh, I am looking a little sweaty right now.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Clammy. Something's on.
I'm gonna call your mom and have her check on you. What is it called when they come to your residence to do like a safety check?
Yeah, like an intervention. I need like an intervention. Is
Yeah,
what I
you
need.
do.
Like
we
just
need
like
to
everyone with letters, right? They're just gonna be like, okay, 1 second here, 1 second here. Hold on, 1 second here.
Steve Goldstein
Hold on.
can get it together. That's what
Hold on,
October
1
7th
second
is going to
here.
be now.
We just wanted to start by saying that I love you. That this is coming from a place of safety and care and safe space. Oh wait, no.
Mine won't be that nice. It'll be very direct and
We only want you playing reversals.
I'll get everything out there.
Oh, so stoked. I like hit it in the chat room. Like, yeah, like let's go. It was a good one. But anyway,
we could do it tomorrow with Dr. V.
I know we'll have to talk about this, Dr. V. No. This was an alert. So you can see right here, Amazon was what alerted this morning. This is why I targeted Amazon. You can see right here, there was a play call. Here was my short location. Here's the exit location. Because I'm zoomed out, it looks crazy right now. Hold on, let me zoom in. Yoink, 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 yoink. Just to show. So this is one of the things we talk about in stock trading, which is where we talk about don't trip over dollars to pick up dimes. So a lot of the issues that especially when you're in the momentum realm, is you're going short somewhere in here. And then your stop's going to be like right up in here, and you're going to be taking profit here, here, and here. And you're wondering why you're getting wicked out and stopped out all the time. I went short here, and my stop went all the way above the box, way up here. Right? Because this is where I lose my range, right? It needs to be up here. So that means I need a 4-to-1 target. And you're like, oh, yeah, but there's no way I'm going to get a 4-to-1 target. And that's because you look at stock charts like this. Right? So it just looks freaky. Right, but it's not, because in reality, this is how far it's going to move today. It's all of that, right? And look, Nathan, check it out. Look at the rolling. Look how it changed.
Yeah, it's coming back up.
So, but see what I mean? It actually shifted from, so this, you can actually see it shifted from selling, right? And it started buying, and then the rolling indicator shifted to buying, and we're buying now on Amazon. This is a reversal.
Where did it shift over at?
It shifted right, oh, here on, I can show you. Hold on. If I
that's a big shift. That's a big shift from where it was this morning.
I just added my stupid cams twice again. Hold on. Doink. Hold on. Right here. You can see it shifted right here at 10:05. See the blue line? It shifted at 10:05. That 10:05 is where we went from selling to buying. That's the trigger. So that would be an exit trigger or an entry trigger, depending on if you're in or not.
I like that as an exit trigger.
So
yeah,
it's
once
it
rolls
it's
over
an easy
10,
exit
right?
trigger. Yep. It's once it crosses over our
threshold.
Our threshold line. It's like basically our consequence encroachment. Phenomenal. Look at that. That's going to be that's ready, aim, fire right there, buddy. That's the fire signal. Get out. Done. That's how you know when to get out. Boom. All right. So let me get rid of that. Yoink. Yoink. INTC. I never play INTC. Can I be honest with you? INTC it's a solid, it's a nicey one, so it has a lot of, I don't know, it just seems like it moves so slow for me. Yeah, actually, I don't disagree with you. So it looks like we started selling right about here. So this actually looks like we are selling. Like if you shorted up here, I would be okay with being in a short on this. Like this doesn't look like it's a buy anymore. And you can see from here, we tried to sell here earlier, and then we re-offered, right? But all the volume didn't buy us through premium. There was lots of volume, but we didn't buy through premium. So this looks like a really solid reversal point. We also have our ATR high calculation, right at ATR high is 30.07. ATR high for the win today on INTC, man. ATR high on a couple tickers today has been gold. Look at the high of day and look at the ATR high calculation. You're talking, and these ATR high calculations, these are coming in at the beginning of the day. We calculate these during the pre-market. We actually calculate these, and we calculate them on the fly. So we recalculate them every time the price gets lower. We'll change the ATR high calculation, so you know how high we should go if we're not deviating, which obviously happens, right? So, but on days like this where you have a ticker that's range bound, so it's really good for range plays. You can see here, look how the high of day is stalling right below, right at ATR high, right? I mean, that's awesome. So ATR high is at 30.07, high is at 30.06. Anybody else want an indicator that gives them a 0.01? I mean, it's good stuff. Oh, Ben, happy 11/11. Oh, that's ironic. So our rolling indicator right now says that we're negative on INTC as well. So it does look like we've started selling overall. So you have to realize that we are positive on the day. So there was strong buying at the open, right? So we did have some strong buying. So I don't know how viable this is for a long-term reversal, but it certainly is selling on the short term right now. Like this, I would imagine is likely more of a reoffer. Like they're just squeezing up. But you can actually watch here as my rolling indicator is sitting. Like you'll notice if this is disingenuous, the rolling indicator won't go up. It'll stay negative. Like so like that candle, see when that closed positive, that recalculated for that candle. So we lost a little bit of our negative there. Because that was a green candle. But it was a very indecisive candle. So if we make a new low here, we'll get a nice pop on extra negative. VPA for you. So Humberto, the rolling indicator is called the BS detector. Buying and selling, that is.
Hey, at Circin, I just looked at MU and it is getting a nice little bounce off VWAP that's right under R4, but man, that volume is weak. So we definitely need to pick up more buying volume before this looks like any type of play.
NVIDIA.
I don't know where it is quite in the ATR, but it might be getting there. I don't know if you'd have much range to go long and really get much out of it. But
NQ's been holding S3 all
dude,
this S3 range all morning.
It's pinned to it. Like it's literally just pinned to it.
But I don't think it's going to lose today. This could be a nice like long if you're long off of S3. I mean, it's a higher, wider range.
The rolling is now like 33. So.
Yeah, I mean yeah, exactly. The rolling is definitely nice and green right now. So and the plus minus has been getting bigger and bigger.
It's always good when you get bigger.
Especially in the plus minus category.
Yep.
Facts. Yeah, we got PAL time, right? So that's what I'm kind of, that's a little bit what I'm worrying about is PAL's going to bring the PAL to the market. It's hard to imagine. Like I still feel like a lot of the tech tickers look kind of bearish on their books right now. So it really doesn't look like we're like ready to rock and roll on things yet. So getting in now might just be like a bad idea. And I mean, because it looks like the market's probably, especially the indices, are probably going to be relatively non-performing until Powell talks. The indices love Powell. I think it's like 2 o'clock. I think. Hold on. Let me go to www.tradingterminal.com.
Yeah, they love a good palling. That's for
Everyone
sure.
likes to get their POW on.
Yeah.
Like, POW. So we go there, we go to the calendar. Where is he at? I think it's 12:30 actually. 12:30. Powell at 12:30. Bowman is the one that was no, Bowman was at 9. Powell, I think. Just use this one. There it is. 12:35. Coming soon. Coming soon. Dude, when he talks, it's like rough, man. Like I mean, what's here the thing is, here's what you understand, right? What do you understand? That nothing he's going to say is nothing that they don't know or that they're not already prepared for. So why the reaction? Right? Like why do they do stuff? And you know what the answer to that is? There isn't an answer. Like because they can. Like that's I know it's a horrible answer, but it's the truth. Like why do they do it? Because they can. So like they're just going to use this as an opportunity just to do something really, really weird. So if you're trading this stuff, it's really difficult to truly anticipate this kind of stuff. I mean, we're holding a higher, wider range though. I mean, this feels like a good buy. We could start a rally now and get up to around R3 by 12:30. We'd have an hour to make the transition. We could do it. AMD just called. Oh. Oh. Higher, wider range at R4 on AMD. How's the order book look on AMD? Do you see anything on there that looks fun? Does it look
Oh,
bearish by chance?
I did have it up just a second. Let me bring it back up. It's pretty bullish. But this is the area where we hit a seller earlier. Somebody was asking about it earlier.
We're still
And
buying
so
too much, but the
we hit
rolling did
R4.
flatten out quite a bit.
Yeah, I thought it was going to give a weak test a few minutes ago, but it doesn't look like it looks like it's gaining volume now and it's lifting higher. And these our bullish candles are getting quite a bit bigger too,
Ben
extending
said,
up over the highs.
can I get the cam plays to work without bookmap? I designed them without bookmap. Bookmap came after. They work perfectly fine without it. Bookmap just helps me like try less of them. Like if we look too like right now, even if the order book's bullish, I'm still willing to short AMD right now. It's a higher, wider range. I don't care if it's bullish. It's always AMD's always bullish. So I'm just like I'm trying to think, do they have enough volume to go through it? Man, this looks fun. I have one winner on Amazon, so I can take one more. I'm waiting for it to get a little bit weaker on the volume. Right now, our volume is just a little green, and we haven't quite got to the level. So we got to it here. So if we make a good low here, I might give this one a shot. All right, I'm in. I'm gonna give this one a try. I'm running my stop above R4 and high of day. And so I have one winner on Amazon. So if I lose this one, I will stop for the day. This will be my only loser. Why is it
You were like
launching?
that the rolling was falling off?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Why isn't this showing properly? Come here. Oh, it's because I had it moved over. Well, come back here. Having chart problems. Here we go. So far the entry was pretty sweet. Blake, you're in too? This was a really nice call. Like, I really like this. And even if this doesn't work, I'm fine. Like, I really like this one a lot.
Yeah, that was a nice extension off that candle right there, right? Retesting
My cams are the
that
best
previous high.
cams. I'm just saying. Let's go. Come on. So I don't even care. Like, so people, this is the thing for me, though, we have to recognize, right? At this point, no matter what happens, right? It worked. Right. So like when I got in right at this new low, right? Right when it broke the new low and then pulled up a little bit. So I hit it. I threw my stop above like high of day right now. You know what I mean? Just really wide stop. I'm going to go for low of day. See if we can run all the way across the range. You know what I mean? But even if this doesn't work, I mean, my execution here, you know what I mean, was awesome. You know what I mean? I feel like really, really good about my personal execution here. So whether this works or not, you know, no big deal. You know what I mean? Like I gotta like, so, and if you do this, then when you have trades on Amazon, your trade on Amazon looks like that, right? And whether this one works or not, whatever, you know what I mean? Can't be all worried about that. Let's see what we can do. Now watch after I say that, just goes yoink and then stops.
Peter
Be like,
Tuckman
this
said
sucks. Oh, I don't use break even target.
Peter Tuckman was watching. He said, oh, "Here, hold my iPad.
Right.
I'll show that guy."
I don't use break even target. If you start using break even, I love you, but if you use break evens, you will never hit a trade like this in your entire life. Look at this Amazon trade I hit for earlier today. Right? If break evens are a tool that was designed. Break evens were a tool that was designed to get people to get out of positions at the same price they got into positions at. It makes no sense whatsoever. I would never use a break even for anybody. If you're going to get out for a reason, and break even is not one of them, right? Like it crosses an average, it crosses a trend line, it gains a level it wasn't supposed to, it does some kind of a value play. Like you can have any number of reasons, but just not something as arbitrary as, well, I was willing to get in here, so now I'm willing to get out. Like you should be able to get in anywhere within a range. You should be able to get out anywhere at the reclaim of that range, right? So that's why my stop on Amazon, or AMD, I mean, right, is way up here, right? Because I want to get, even if it comes up and makes a little bit of a high, I'm not wrong. It could go all the way up and hit R3 and then I'm going to go for this entire move all the way across the range. But if I lose, I made $1,000. I'm only going to give 250 back, right? It's no big deal, right? So, and that's the whole thing. It's not about winning. It's about like best loser wins. You know what I mean? It's the exact opposite. It's, you know, and what happens is, let's say if I leave this at break even, right? This is what will happen. My break even sitting right there, right? So if I go to break even, it is very possible, because I'm getting in a range, right? It's very possible this thing will wick up, go right through that little spot, and then make a new low and sell away. So it just doesn't work that way. My entries here, my stop has to at least be above 162.30. But even that I feel like is a little exposed, right? I want to be above 162.37, or if even better, I want to be above high of day. And since there's enough range here to the downside and it's a higher, wider range, I'm not expecting a breakout, right? So to come get me 162.69, you know, we'd have to go into a breakout to come take me out. And if that happens, then I'm just wrong. You know what I mean? And our rolling indicator has gone negative. So this is actually looking more and more like a sell for me. It's just evident we have been buying today, and we might not have enough selling in yet to kick this bad boy into gear. We might have to, you know, hopefully we don't have to bring in the POW. So my implication is personally, Toby, but you know that and then White Cat, I'll answer that. My personal implication is that is for every strategy. Like, I mean, I understand that everyone has strategies that they do. I just don't see how using break even brings you value to a strategy. All it does is it generates a very high hit rate with a very low return rate. And if you're going to make successful, if you're going to make a lot of money with a relatively normal size account, you're going to need to do that. Now, if you're Andrew or like one of these other guys that have like a, you know, like a $500,000 or $1 million account, well, you can make a half a R a day and still make $10,000 or $20,000, right? That's okay. Right. But for me, I don't have that much money. I need to make 4R a day to make $1,000. You know what I mean? If I start going off at break even or I start partialing, I'm not going to make money. You know what I mean? I'm going to end up making $100, $200 a day. And that's not enough money for me to do my thing. Right. But now imagine if I had $1 million account and I was risking 1% of that, well, I would be crushing. I just don't have that much money yet. We're working on it. Right. So, but part of one of the things a lot of us have issues is when we have smaller accounts, we try and trade the same way bigger accounts do. And unfortunately, you're never going to make money that way. Right. So my goal over time has been to move more towards swing trading during the day. Like my plays are day trades, classic day trades, right? Jesse Livermore, Richard Wyckoff, you know, how these guys would have day traded. I use volume, I use price ranges, and then I sell all the way across the range. How much is my account? Why isn't that personal? My personal is a slightly over 6-figure. And then I trade utilizing 6, qualifying the 7th right now, 6 different funded brokerage accounts. So, and each one of those are 150K brokerage accounts. So, you know, so that is the rolling indicator is continuing to get more negative on EMD, even though we pushed up there. But yeah, so I use the funded brokers. Natalia, the alert came out on AM's. So I don't think when I trade, if this makes sense, I just execute, right? So I have a playbook that I've already put together. I already have the stuff in play that I'm going to do and the way I'm going to do it. I'll think after I'm done, right? So the reason why I took the Amazon trade the way I did is because I got an alert. After that, once I saw the alert, I just executed the trade. I really I put almost no thought into that trade. I was basically in it. Like anyone who was trading live, I was trading live at Bearable Traders actually, in the main chat room when I took the trade. And everyone who got it, I was just like, I have an alert on AMD. And I'm like, oh, I really like this. This has a lot of what I'm looking for. All right, if this makes a new low, I'm in. You know what I mean? It was like, it was there. Right. So now this rolling indicator down here is proprietary. So it's not actually available to anybody yet. It is my brainchild. I have created it as it is an amalgamation of dark orc technology that I scavenged, you know, from one of the 2 towers that fell. And then I've used that to turn it into an indicator that is, it's actually got a chunk of the Eye of Sauron in it. So it actually can see whether or not market makers are buying and selling actually on the market. And then we go through. And then so yeah, so this it's called the BS indicator. But it's really a VPA. It's actually a VPA tool. And it's supposed to give you an idea of whether or not you're buying or selling. So, or not an idea, it's supposed to basically tell you if you're buying or selling. What is the point of a watch list? There isn't one, Natalia. I post a watch list every day because it's a requirement of my occupation. Everyone in Bearable Traders posts their watch lists. So, but if it wasn't for that requirement, I would not post mine. My watch list is right here. I watch the same tickers every single day. Oh, not this one.
Same for me.
So, and then these are the futures I watch. These are the ETFs I watch, and these are the symbols I watch. And then the pivot system actually calls which plays I focus on at the time. And it had some great call. I mean, this week, this thing has been on fire this week. Its calls have been amazing. HE is the play. So R4 extreme reversal. So the rolling indicator here is something I will at some point in time likely make available for everybody, but it's a good reason to come by and ask me to check your tickers for you. But I think it is the new hotness. I think it will be. I think it will be the answer to that question of is it buying or is it selling? Blah. So anyway, I'm looking for this move from R4 to S4. So, and you can see the indicator is actually putting in the, you want to get anywhere in the red and stop out if it goes above the pink. And then your target's going to be S4 all the way across the range. Or a 4-to-1, whatever I use 4-to-1s. So, but in theory, the projection would be for this to go all the way to 2 days ago's close, if it works. That was a little bit of buying that just came in right there. You could feel it. There's an algorithm that's trailing up this EMA here, probably. I wonder if we can see them. It's not a VWAP algorithm. VWAP's still too far away, Nathan.
For AMD?
On AMD, yeah. Can you see if there's there's some kind of an EMA algorithm that's following? I think it's following the 50. It might be the 100.
That would be about around the 50. I just don't have any EMAs up on my chart.
Hold on.
But
No,
we
I'm
should
looking on the
have got
book.
a
I'm
9.
looking to see if we can see them on the book.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah, we've been looking for those. I still have that video I need to show you of that sweeping algo on M&Q. I've been catching it a lot more lately and starting to actually find it and see it. I don't see any algos really following price at the moment. I see some bracketing algos that are kind of moving around price. I don't see anything really sweeping underneath. It looks like we have some leading orders trying to pull price up,
There's
though.
his volume is right there at 161.75. That's where he hit at 161.75. So that's going to be the level. So 161.75 is the level. So watch this. We're going to trend line it and we're going to go to 160. What did I say? 161.75. 161.75 right there.
Oh yeah, the bid ticked into 161.75 several times, and that's where it's bounced probably the last 4 times.
Look when I marked 161.75. Look how that connected the trend line. I marked it off the order book, but look what it did to the trend line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it on here too.
Isn't that funny? Look at that. When I marked it off the order book, I picked the spot 161.75 and then dropped it there. And look how that connects the lows. God, that's fun. Algorithms, they're so silly.
But yeah, every time that bid drops into 161.75 for those smaller swings from.
So a lot of
I can't
people
see what
don't
time that
understand.
was,
Like,
but-
so I've been watching a lot of Dr. V stuff, buddy. And like when she looks at this stuff, I started using the order book and kind of looking like some of the trend lines she draws. And I was checking it out on the order book, and sure enough, same thing. You can see where these bids come in like that. And then if you mark that bid, you'll find out it's right at the stinking line. Like it's crazy. So what I'd look for here, for instance, if you're looking for a trend failure, you know what I mean, like a greater trend failure, if it loses this line right here, I mean, I bet we get a ton of volume coming off of this thing.
Also look at the top. It looks like it's ticking into 62, 162.24 and 25 and failing off that. That's kind of become our ceiling right there.
Right? So we go the other direction, right? Go off our high, which is right there. I don't actually I like using the high there. So that would be what did you say? 162.25?
It's been ticking about 25, 25, 24 is where it's been ticking and dropping from. So it's got like a 50 cent
Like that.
50-cent window that it's just ticking into. Let's see if the ask ticks into 25 again and then drops. They're having a hard time
yeah,
finding
so you've got a seller
participation
here.
here.
Look at the wicks. You can see the
Yeah.
seller. Look at all
They're
the
getting up
wicks.
here and they're not finding any participation
Yeah, they're getting
into
beat
that
up.
area.
When they try and buy, they're getting shoved. So you can see here, we've sold off, we've pushed up here. I don't like marking the top of this candle since this is the highest point here. I like using the highest point, not the actual top of the candle. So since that's the high, I'll go ahead and grab that instead. It's just a little weird thing I've started doing, but it seems to line them up a little bit better. And then you can see here, like, we don't have a new low yet, right? So I can't really create a trend technically because I haven't had a new major low. So there's no way to actually create the trend. So, but if you want to go ahead and use a trend, you can use the book, right? It shouldn't buy through 162.25. So mark it at 162.25 off the high, and that'll basically give you your trend because the trend line algorithm is going to be sitting at 162. So now as we start making new lows, you'll see it'll start ticking in like this. And if it crawls in here, if they make a new high right around like, let's say like 1145, 750, they make the new high right there, you'll probably get a nice pop back towards R4 because the algorithm will kind of average in too close. So, and you'll be able to see that. You'll see a big dot and it'll shove it up into these orders. Pow! And that's how you get these wedge breaks. What about the 162.50 and the 163 orders at MB Story Trading?
Oh, hold on.
RTY
What was the
order
question?
book. I don't know.
What about the 165, 163?
162.50 orders.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting to build. I mean, they're still there. They're the largest kind of orders on the book once you just put them in. Then we got 161 to the downside, but they're just that ask keeps lifting like into
like
the,
that.
162 20s and 25, and they're just getting no participation. I mean, I'm zooming in a little bit and I'm seeing that ask lift up and then nothing's happening. And so that bid just keeps dropping down or wedging right now. But it seems like they're losing participation even lower now. They can't even lift. What's that about 162.15?
RTY is actually kind of starting to look a little bit more bearish in the book, but it's still buying quite a bit overall. But it has switched to selling. I mean, it has been selling on the short term. So
There's a little bit of volume on AMD, but it didn't move anything.
no, it's being boring.
There it goes. Let's see, it's re-offering
We're
now
waiting
into
for the
that, and
PAL,
it
man.
just dropped.
I shouldn't have gotten to a pre-PAL position. I should know better.
Yeah, it'll probably just sweep both sides. That's what
Yeah.
sucks
The
is,
news
I
will
mean, you
come
could
out and it'll
have the
probably
direction
yoink
right.
and a yoink.
You could have the direction right and no, but it'll just sweep up both sides and stop everybody out. Then it goes your direction and you're like, oh,
So
that
let's
was
see.
nice.
This is actually looking interesting, though. Our rolling is
Yeah.
back to negative, and our session has actually been dropping.
Yeah, now the
So,
bid's dropping and it's picking up volume.
all right, so we know this is where,
There it is.
boom, there it goes.
Yeah.
Ah. All
So
right,
now
so
they're
it's into
picking
the,
up
look,
volume
it's
to
into
the
the
sell
line
side.
now. It's into our line.
Yeah. Almost
So
right back
that's
into
where we expected
75.
them to hold it, and that's right where they ran into. Pow, right into it. Right into the 75 mark.
See if they lift and get any participation though. See,
That
yeah,
was solid selling. Our rolling indicator added on really negative there. We must be getting volume right now. Aha,
there's
look, now the candle just darkened. The BS indicator's faster than ghost candles.
somebody's trying to hold it up though above this 175. I
No,
bet they're gonna.
but they're staying,
There's,
they're squatting on it though. They're
yeah.
selling into that bid right now. They're really squatting on it.
Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, no buying coming in.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if it keeps dropping. I bet we're gonna hit some stops here and then drop down to at
ES
least
just
VWAP.
alerted.
Yeah, I got that alert too. I'm
Party
kind of watching
time.
it.
Yeah, these are Dr. V. Dr. V's who I learned to draw trend lines from. So, you know, so finally, I actually tried for years to learn how to draw trend lines, and I could never really get it's very artistic. It's less, trend lines is less technical than you would imagine it to be. You have to kind of I kind of have this weird analogy. I don't know if any of you ever like can drive when it's raining and it's not raining enough to put your to put the windshield wipers on, so you're just kind of looking through the water a little bit. Trend lines requires a little bit of that. You got to kind of like look through the price to see where it's really happening. So it's a little interesting. So now we're going to re-offer here. Let's see what happens. This will be a really interesting one right here. It shouldn't buy back through premium here. If it does, it'll go back into this micro range. It should reject here and sell.
All right,
Oh, look at
if
our
it drops
rolling. Our rolling went negative 17. We're
yeah,
selling now.
if they're just not getting any participation when they lift, I was gonna reply back to NT. It's yeah, you see those orders up there, but Thor talks about price moves to size with volume. This is a great example of not getting that buy volume to move to the liquidity. Like they lift, the ask lifts up and nothing happens. Like it's stalling right now. But that bid drops and then that volume starts to come in. So if we drop below this 175 and more selling volume starts to come in to drop it lower, you would still expect it to try to lift and not get any volume. And that's what he's
Yeah.
kind of reading to stay in the trade right now.
Yeah, we're getting lots of alerts now. One thing I noticed too is when things start to kind of move around a lot, you know, we start getting lots of alerts. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 tickers will all start to alert. This is actually the most calls I think the new system has had in a while. Like we're actually like throwing like a good number of calls today. So it's been a pretty active day today. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Even with the crappy price action. Everybody's waiting to get
Rolling's
out.
negative though. I don't like this as much as a buy because of how deep the rolling is. All right, so this will be kind of a moment of truth here. So we came on and swept the low side of this range basically, and now we're buying up into it. So we'll see what happens here if we buy back up in this. This starts to get a little sketchy. Let's see if we can hunt. There they are. 162.05. 162.05. They stepped down. So that's good. See if they hold under. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll be back in 2 seconds, Nathan. I gotta help with my daughter real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If I can find out where my screen share is at.
Anybody else in AMD? I didn't take the trade, but I'm just sitting here watching it. There's MES alerting again. Kind of watching MES right down here by S3 to see what can happen, but I don't know. This is kind of close to Powell talking. may need to let it sweep after Powell starts talking to start to get something stable. Hey, Mad Props, if you have TV, you can go in here, click on your watch list, add alert to the list, and then you'll come in here and do the Camarilla pivot plays, and then move this to any alert function call, and that'll throw the cam play alerts to anything that's on that watch list if you want to create that there. Yeah, Toby, I was looking at MES's book and it does look pretty bearish at the moment. That's why I'm wondering, Powell starts talking, if we start to sweep that liquidity lower and then stabilize over S3 a little bit and then start to run long. But we'll just have to see what happens after he starts talking. NQ is kind of the more notorious one for doing that. Like it is just penned right here at S3 and VWAP. It's just not really moving much of anywhere. At least ES made a move down to somewhere.
What up? I'm back.
Yeah, Christian, spring for a breakout. Yeah, that liquidity sweep lower and then get that stabilization, a little bit of Wyckoff. That's kind of what you look for around these areas. That sweep, that test lower just to test, and then we come back up, start to stabilize, and then break out to the top side. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what we would look for.
Hmm. All right. So I notice a crazy behavior on the ghost candles. At the open, they behave as continuation middle of the day. No, not that I can say. Oh, something just started buying a lot. Buying. No, I can't say that I've noticed that they behave differently. Like right here, like this looks like a reversal. You can see here we sold very heavily, and then we had a very exaggerated buy that happened on relatively low volume compared to the original sell candle. So this is why it's range, right? We shorted R4 on a higher, wider range because that's where we short from. You don't short here because that's a buying range, right? So good trading is it's more than just going long or going short. It's going long and going short from the right places, right? Buy low, sell high. I know it sounds really generic, and it seems like I'm telling you like something off of like like a postcard or something like that you would just see on Instagram, but that is literally like the entire principle behind how to make money in the stock market. Buy low, sell high. Sometimes you buy high to sell higher. Sometimes you sell low to buy back lower, right? But what you have to be really careful with is what often happens is we buy high when we should be selling, or we sell low when we should be buying, right? Or just doing nothing.
So we lifted back up into that 24, 25 area and
Mhm.
dropped.
If this sells away, it'll be a beautiful example of why I don't use break even. If it stops me out, it'll be a beautiful reason of why I should.
Yeah, they're just
Just
trying to
kidding.
lift. They're trying to lift into that liquidity higher, but they just cannot get the participation.
Nah,
And
that's what I'm
and
kind
there
of
is
betting on here, Nathan, is that I've got premium right now. You know what I mean? I'm
and
selling at
yeah,
premium. It's not gonna go
and there
higher
is a
than
seller here, obviously. I mean, we have a seller there. So right here over into that 24, 25 area. We just need a break and hold under that 161.75. Well, once there, you're probably clear sailing.
our we've had, let's see, they were here, they were here, they were here. Now they're at 164, 161.75 for sure. That's the level.
Mm-hmm.
Look, so you can really see him now, Nathan. Like if we get a line going on that one, like you can see here, look at this wick bottom, wick bottom, wick bottom, hold, right? We'll just hit that right
Mm-hmm.
there. Pow. I mean, good Lord, look at that level. Look at the ISO pivot that set it. Then they bought it, they lost it, bought it, held it, held it, held it, held it, held it. And look, every time they go into it, look, they're drilling into it on this one.
Mhm.
Look at all that volume. Smash. I mean, that was really hard. They
There
moved
has
into it.
to be an algo there because every
Yeah.
time that ticks into that area, it just automatically buys and tries to push price back up. But then it's like it stops.
But
It's
look,
coming
we're
in.
selling into it. Look at that. So
Yeah,
we're
let's
selling
see
into
what
the order.
happens
We're
when we
not
drop
buying
here.
off the order. We're not buying like look when we hit the order, we don't engulf off of it,
Mm-mm.
right? We sell into it, right? The only time we tried to engulf off of it was right here, and it wasn't really that big of a move considering how much volume was put on. Smaller than the response candle.
You think
So and
this?
that
You think this seller's just trying to trap buyers right now?
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like fishing
I
in?
think they're distributing into the active buyers right now for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I this looks like distributionary behavior to me on behalf of the specialists.
Because
Uh,
they know once they trigger below that 175, they're going to hit stops
the
and
rolling
hopefully
doesn't factor
liquidate
in
somebody.
VWAP or anything like that. The rolling is a VPA indicator. It's actually rating price. It's I'm not going to get into too much of the details of how I create it because I don't want too much of the information of how it was created. It would be impossible to replicate anyway. But but basically it grades volume and price candles. Like it's using all of the principles that I understand from me and a cooling otherwise, and I'm actually reading these candles and I'm giving them all value. With that value, I do a 14 period roll, and I can more or less tell you the same way I would if I was looking at it with my eyes, whether or not we're buying or selling. So this is a BS detector. It's a buying and selling detector. It's looking at volume, and it's comparing it to like what kind of candle it is, what formation it was, where it was formed, how it was formed. So it's like an anti-cooling indicator basically, right? Like it's using VPA principles, Wyckoff, Livermore, all of that kind of stuff, and putting it into something that. So the session is since we started today. The user is since 9:30 a.m. for me because I define that myself, and then the rolling is a 14 period look back. So like right now we're selling more than we are buying on the short term, but we bought a little more than we sold overall, right? Google is very strong right now. And it's not high enough yet. Oh, wow. Dude, look at the R3 reversal we called on Google.
Oh yeah, it took a big crap this morning.
It was
Big old
beautiful.
crap.
Lower, wider range, R3 reversal. Wow. Pretty. So many good calls today. I mean, if it gets all the way back up there, it's a higher wide or a lower, wider range. I wouldn't be against hitting it again. But right now it's buying too much. So I would wait. That's an issue with AMD right now. Also, it's buying a little bit too much right now too. But I still don't think we've got enough volume to go through premium. But we'll see. Could be wrong. I'm suppose it could happen at least once a day, right?
Yeah, even my short-term CVD, just like the rolling indicators, just getting a lot of selling.
I want to talk about this real quick while we have a few minutes. Um, uh, and then we'll make some announcements and wrap this session up. Beth, you've never used a scanner before, okay? I use my pivot scanner, obviously. I highly recommend using a scanner with alerts, okay? The reason why is called freedom, okay? Like having my pivot system like well defined so that I know how I want to get in, where I want to get in, and then having a methodology to alert me to it. It's freedom. It's every single morning you wake up and you have an extra half hour to an hour in the morning, not having to like dig through stuff, look at stuff, read sheets. Like someone was saying, Amazon wasn't on your watch list today. Why did you end up trading it? Because I had an alert. Right? My alert just went bling, alert. You know what I mean? And I went, oh, okay, alert, Amazon. Let's look at Amazon. And then because we were live in the room. And then when I looked at Amazon, I saw this, right? We had sold heavily and then sold through. And when we tried to buy, that response was very weak, right? So as we started to sell, I went short, put my stop here. And our rolling indicator was, I mean, we were redder than this at the time. So, I mean, it looked like we were a hard sell. So I went short, right? And that's how I got the move all the way down there. It was beautiful. So much fun. Oh, look, we just started buying. But look at the candle. It's getting truncated. We're buying a little bit more than selling right now. That's fun. I love this thing. Alerts are easy on TV. Just go to the alerts panel and you just add Camarilla pivot plays. So it's you just add it in there, set it to your whole watch list. Condition is Camarilla pivot plays. Any alert function, it handles the rest. Yeah, it's the thing, Beth, that it really will help you with, right, is what like it's my like how would I say this? It's like an ADHD assistant, right? Like one of the things that's really difficult in trading is being unfocused. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're sitting there and it's like, okay, what about this ticker? What about this ticker? What about this ticker? And inevitably you always missed it. Like, oh, I can't believe I was looking at AMD. Amazon sold off for like 2 hours. You know what I mean? Or, but the whole time you're sitting there getting chopped out trying to trade one ticker, right? And it didn't really even have a good setup to begin with. So by doing those kind of things, you can really eliminate a lot of that, like that kind of an issue, where you end up getting just like bogged down on one ticker while other ones, well, especially if you're kind of hyper focused on it and then bling, your alert comes up and you're like, oh, okay, I got an alert. Maybe I'll go look at that other ticker now. It can be very helpful. Or just do what we do and just trade one future and just be done with it, right? Right, my good circuit? Oh, that's funny. So, for the rest of the week, I wanted to give a little bit of a heads up. My buddy Nathan here is more or less going to be hanging out with me Thursday and Friday. I don't know if I'll be here on Thursday. I definitely won't be here on Friday. So Nathan's going to be flying solo on Friday, so come by to hang out with him for all things because it is my move day. Hooray! So sorry, people, got to give me at least a couple days to move already, right? So I'll be back on the next week for that. But tomorrow I will be here 11 to 12. And we will be here with, of course, Dr. V. And our good buddy Bhushan is going to be on. So into the hot seat with me and Dr. V. He's going to talk a little bit about his trading journey and the kind of things he's been up to lately and, kind of getting some insight. And then we're going to have Dr. V psychoanalyze him. He'll probably be crying like a baby and balking like a chicken by the time we're done. So no, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be a lot of fun though. We can't wait to have him on there. So that'll be great. Also, one more time, big shout out to our guy Nathan. He did the legwork and he got us the Alpha Mind himself, Stephen Goldstein. So if any of you listen to the Alpha Mind podcast with Stephen Goldstein, he is going to be on this show. So for anyone
he's excited about it.
Fillmore, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Trucks. I was literally just about to say, right, that I'm going to ask a couple days before he comes on, I'm going to ask only members of Lambos and Garbage Trucks for a couple of questions that I will be asking him directly from our little premium group here. So if you've got your star and you're a member of Lambos, you can add into the questions pool that we're going to utilize to ask the good incomparable Alpha Mind. Alpha Mind, he has some great tradings. He's known as one of the premier performance coaches out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun having him on. So tomorrow, you, me, and Dr. V, maybe that's what I should call that segment. You, me, and Dr. V. And then Thursday and Friday, probably your guy Nathan hanging out. So I appreciate you all. Nathan, appreciate you, brother. Have a good one. Say bye to the people.
See you guys.